Hello and welcome back. And I'm Benny Silk. I'm going to be here with Brandon and Philip today, and we are going to be calling the Eagles and Commanders NFC Championship game, and it's going to be a good one. What do you guys see happening today, Brandon?
Hopefully we see the Commanders pull out with a win. I'm not rooting for the Eagles here at all. Philip?
I think it's going to be pretty high scoring. I mean, the Commanders just put up 45 on the Lions, so I think it's going to they're going to keep it close against the Eagles. I think it's going to be a close game.
Yeah, the Commanders been putting up a lot of points. The Eagles have been putting up points more on the low-scoring side of things, and this game, I think if the Commanders are able to put up points against the Eagles, even if it's a high-scoring game, I think the Commanders could get it done. But the Eagles, if their defense are able to show up, I think it could be the Eagles' game, and that is what I think is going to happen. As much as I would love to see the Commanders beat the Eagles, I don't want to see the Eagles win this game. I think it's going to be the Eagles taking it 27-16. And as we get ready, Philip, do you want to go over some stats?
Yeah, let's just go over the stats real quick. So the Commanders have actually been doing really good on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, when you look, even at the Eagles, looking at the Eagles' points per game, they're not too good. They're 7th, which is obviously top 10. Yards per game is around 8th yards per game. But looking at Commanders, points scored per game, they're 5th, averaging around 28.5 a game. And then yards is in 7th, around 370 yards, 360 yards per game. So I think it's going to be a very offensive battle, but I do see the Eagles' defense, coming up and actually doing something pretty good.
Yeah, and just who are some players to look out for that thinking of? I'm just going to say a few. On the Eagles side of things, Saquon is a key player for the Eagles today. Someone that if they able to hand the ball off to him, it's going to go pretty good for the Eagles as it has all season. Also, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, 2 key receivers on the Eagles. Wayne, do you have any players to look out for?
On the Eagles or Commanders?
Either team.
Either team. Well, Jaden Daniels for me on the Commanders. And Brian Robinson Jr. as well on the Commanders.
Yeah, I'm more looking on the defensive side of the ball. I want to see how this Commanders defense can stop the Eagles. And I'm looking, you got, I don't know if Bobby Wagner's playing. He might be, he might not be. You got Marshawn Lattimore. You got a great, young, talented defense, and I think they could come up and actually, just be good. You got Jonathan Allen. It's really good overall defense. I think they're gonna have to find some way to stop this Eagles team with Saquon and Jalen Hurts, both those rushing factors. That's gonna be hard to do.
And do you guys have final score predictions for today's game?
I have 35-31.
I have it being
Commanders.
I have a little more offensive. I have 42-35. I think Jaden Daniels' fourth quarter clutch ability is really, really good, and I definitely think he could pull that off.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens. What about the games later? We got the Chiefs taking on the Bills, and the Chiefs 3-0 against the Bills in the playoffs. However, the Bills do beat them in the regular season, including this season when they beat them 30-21. And it's going to be, I hope the Bills get it done with the Chiefs. They're just too good in the playoffs. What do you guys see happening?
I have the Bills. I think they're going to put a stop to that 0-3 against the Chiefs in the postseason. I think they're going to finally be 1-3, move on to the Super Bowl. They just put an end to their perfect season that they would have had, but they put a stop to that, so I really think they can get it done this time in the postseason.
Yeah, I agree with Philip. I think the Bills are going to win today. They're going to finally do it. I think the final score is going to be 28-24, very competitive.
And I think a little bit different from my score in the episode. I'm actually switching up my prediction. I'm going with the Bills. I'm just feeling it. I think it's time. As you remember, looking back to the Steelers-Patriots rivalry in the early 2000s, it was the Steelers who were finally able to stop the Patriots in the third AFC Championship game. I think the Bills are going to do the same thing. That means stopping the Patriots from winning their third in a row Super Bowl. I think Bills are going to do the same thing, and I think it's going to be the Bills who get it done. And I think what they need to do is make it a 2-score game, and I think they're going to do it, making it getting the win 28-19. And as we wait to start, Eagles fans are very excited as they're back in the NFC Championship. They were out last year, a team that, after going 10-1, they did not do good to finish out last season. Lost to the Buccaneers in the wild card round last year, but after starting 1-2, 2-2, they have bounced back. And we are now off as Jake Elliott is going to kick it off for the Eagles, and it will be the Commanders who will start with the ball. So, ball goes back in the end zone, and he's going to knee it for a touchback. That is McCaffrey, Luke McCaffrey, Christian McCaffrey's younger brother who needs it. And out comes Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels, what a rookie season he has had. Just very impressive. Second overall pick, and surprised me definitely. Philip, what do you think Jaden Daniels needs to do in this game to be able to get the ball down the field and win the game?
I think they probably should rely on the run game. I mean, the Eagles have a great, I think, not the best, but they have a good overall defense. But I think if they could run it with Brian Robinson Jr., Austin Eckler, Jaden Daniels, I mean, if they win this, he's debated, if not already debated, to have the best rookie quarterback season of all time when it starts off.
So we're off. Back to throw. Daniels owns it, decides to keep the ball, and gains maybe a yard. Let's see where they mark
2
it.
2 yards. Would have been a sack, but he escapes that a little bit. Got 2 yards out of it. Right? Yep.
Yeah. Looked like he got 2. So, but the Eagles go on him. Yeah, it's going to be 1 yard, so 2nd and 9 for the Commanders. Brian Robinson movement in the backfield. Back to throw. We got Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels throws it to Zach Ertz. Looks like a gain of about 2 yards. No, that's actually probably going to be no yards. Let's see where they mark it. But Jaden Daniels found Zach Ertz there. Gained basically nothing. Oh, wait. It's actually, yeah, they're going to gain 2 yards there. It's 3rd and 6. 3 yards.
Commanders have the third ranking third down conversion in the league.
And it's Jaden Daniels who's going to throw it to Terry McLaurin, and it's going to be a first down for the Commanders. Jaden Daniels hikes the ball and finds Terry McLaurin. Defender number 27 of the Eagles on him, but able to get it. And now that pass by Jaden Daniels is going to be blocked by the Eagles and hits the ground incomplete. And looking at the offensive line we have for the Commanders, they got a good offensive line. And looking at their offense, we have Brian Robinson as the running back, Luke McCaffrey, we have Brown as the receivers, and Terry McLaurin, of course, as wide receiver as well. But Jaden Daniels back to throw. Finds number 87 on the Commanders.
John Bates. Tight end.
So John Bates gets it, and that's going to make it 3rd.
6.
Yeah, 3rd and 6. So they're going to line back up. Commanders lining back up. Trying to get down the field. 12:52 left in the first game. Just got started here. Thank you for those of you joining. Jaden Daniels to throw. Caught. And it's none other than number 14. The guy that almost won my dad's fantasy league. I don't even remember how to pronounce his name. It's Zakanis or something. Whatever his name is. It's number 14 who helped him win the fantasy league. Almost.
Oh, Zacchaeus. Oh, it's Zacchaeus.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Zacchaeus, yes. Okay, so Daniels is going to hand it off to Brian Robinson.
Yeah, 5, right?
Looks about 5 yards there. So the Commanders are able to use the offense getting down the field and actually looking pretty good. If the Commanders make it to the Super Bowl. It's the first time their franchise has made it since, I believe, 1991. So, out goes number 2 of Brown, movement. So, Daniels back to throw. Goes Daniels.
Oh.
It's going to be incomplete. That attempted throw to Zach Ertz. And let's take a look at Jaden Daniels' stats for the year. Impressive stats. In his rookie year, he had 3,568 passing yards with 25 touchdowns and only 9 interceptions. But also leading his team to 12 wins, which is key as a rookie. So Daniels back to throw. There goes Daniels running around. Daniels going up. And almost picked. It's going to be incomplete.
Cooper DeJean.
Cooper DeJean almost picked it off. The attempted throw was to Eckler. That's going to make it 4th and 5. Looks like... Are they in field goal? Yeah, looks like they're going to punt it away. And not looking so good. The Eagles' defense on that first drive did exactly what they needed to do. But they're going for it.
They are going to go for it.
They're pulling a Dan Campbell. Dan Quinn is pulling a Dan Campbell. So let's see. It's 4th and 5. They are going for it. Actually, maybe in long distant field goal range, but they decided to go for it. They got to make lists. So Daniels back to throw. That's going to be caught for a first down. Zach Ertz. There we go. That's what we needed to see by the Commanders. And they are still alive on this drive as they are going to get the first down.
Is that Reed Blankenship? They still are. Eagles. Pass to Zacchaeus. 3-4, and around what? Is that 5 yards?
So gets it to Zacchaeus, about 5 yards. That's going to make it 2nd and 5 for the Commanders. Dan Quinn in the postseason, 5-2 record as a coach, including his trip to Super Bowl 51, where they were up against the Patriots 28-3 at one time. And then the Patriots came back and won. So Daniels is going to hand it off to Robinson, and let's see, maybe it looks like they got a yard or 2. Yep, 2 yards.
It's really nice to think this Commanders backfield, I mean, it's split between Eckler and Robinson, but I just think they're such like a great overall unit. With you have Jaden Daniels, Brian Robinson, Austin Eckler. Eckler's getting up there in age, but it's still a top run unit. We'll see how they're doing.
So Daniels back to throw, and Eagles player has it. Yes, they're gonna call it incomplete pass. Thank goodness, that would have not been good, but that's gonna make it 4th and 2. I bet you they're gonna go for it here.
Because you already went for it once, might as well just try it again.
And that is exactly what they do. As Jaden Daniels stays out on the field, as the Commandos are gonna line back up. Eckler in as the running back. Daniels back to throw. There goes Daniels. Decides to keep it. Going for the first down. Gets it. And his shoe comes out off, but they're going to get the first down.
Gain around, 7?
Let's see. So they're going to start it. He starts with it at around the 34, and he takes it. About 10 yards. Probably gain about 7. So they're going to line it back up now. 1st and 10. 2 4th down conversions on this one for a first down. So Daniel hands it off to Eckler. That's going to go nowhere, actually. May get a yard or 2. So it's going to be 2nd down and about 8. So with 8:55 left on the clock, Eagles driving right down the field. Oh yeah, 2nd and 9. And what are your guys' thoughts about the Commanders this drive so far?
I mean, it's very not. It's actually think it's pretty cool that they've gone for 2 fourth downs in a row. One was a 4th and 5, 4th and 2, and first one it was just a quick dump off to the receiver, but then the next one he finds a hole, finds the open, finds a hole in the offensive line, and on the defense just runs right through.
And on that play, it's Jaden Daniels.
Ooh, it touched the ground right before on the dump off.
He throws to Crowder, but it's going to be incomplete. Rough break for the Commanders.
All right, 3rd and 9.
So yeah, 3rd and 9 now. Commanders are going to line back up.
This drive taking up pretty much half of the first quarter, as we're down to 8.5 minutes here, almost half.
So Daniels back to throw. Going, finds Eckler, and it's going to be another 4th down.
Eckler brings them into the red zone there, and it looks like they're going to opt for the field goal now.
So after all of that, on comes the field goal kicker of...
New kicker. Gonzalez, isn't it Gonzalez?
Yeah, Gonzalez. Yes. He's on his PK. Yes, Zane Gonzalez on for the field goal to start the game off 3-0. This is going to be a 34-yard attempt. Kick is up.
And it's good.
And it is good. So, 3-0 Commanders. That is your score. And we will be right back in a second.
Back. All right, so now we're back. We're back on. It's kicked off, and it's a return all the way up to the 40-yard line. All right, let's see what they're doing so far. Saquon Barkley, nice little return, putting him as the punt returner, or as the kickoff returner off to the 40. to return all the way up to the 40-yard line.
All right, so Jalen Hurts and his offense is going to take the field here. Getting ready, 1st and 10 with 7 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. They're going to be at their own 40-yard line.
All right, let's see what they do here. 1st and 10, winding down the play clock. All right.
Play clock taking down 3, 2.
It's a throw to Saquon.
Pitch back to Saquon. Saquon's going to get the first down and more. Still going down.
In the first play,
to
touchdown.
The 20, and
No
the Eagles
way.
are going to get
It's
it in
Saquon
for a
Barkley.
touchdown.
Saquon Barkley's going to run it in past all the defenders. Breaks
No
three
shot.
tackles on the first play. That whole drive is going to take up... it took 10 seconds.
No way. Took the Commanders the whole first half of the first quarter just to get down the field for 3, and Saquon Barkley just does it. Let's go back. Let's see it.
See the replay here.
He has some motion going right, and it's the pitch to Saquon. He's running down 40, 50, breaks 2 defenders, cuts right, goes all the way down, and he's into the end zone. What an amazing play.
Motion right before a play gets one defender to move to the other side just to help Saquon out a little bit easier. So he only has to get past one defender, and everyone else is blocking somebody.
And the extra point's good. He slips off, spins off, cuts right, and he's in. That's crazy. And look at the coach Dan Quinn's face.
Dan Quinn
the
is not
disappointment.
happy.
Oh, the disappointment.
And the extra point was good.
I just gotta say, if the fact that the Eagles just did that, that is not good for the Commanders. The fact that their defense just allowed that after it took them about 7 minutes to get downfield just to get a field goal. Commanders really need to step up on offense like they did in that second game against the Eagles, but what we've seen so far doesn't look like it's gonna happen. But you never know. Eagles are good at like getting off with good starts, and then they slow down throughout the game. So you never know. Let's see what happens.
The Commanders are going to get the ball back with about 7.5 minutes. So that is enough time to get downfield and get some more points, whether that's a touchdown to take the lead or another field goal to make it a 7-6 game.
Yeah, and this is just what a good drive. Saquon just found the opening and ran it right in for the touchdown, and
it was nice.
Yeah.
Basically, that whole thing, just all Saquon. He gets the return to the 40-yard line off the kickoff, and then next play just runs it in. 60 yards. That's crazy.
yeah, and let's just looking into this matchup. So, the Eagles were in the NFC Championship just 2 years ago. What team did they play?
Who?
The Eagles in the NFC Championship game.
The NFC Championship?
2 years ago,
Niners?
yes.
Yeah, it had to be the Niners.
You guys are both correct.
Yeah. Yeah, Niners made it last year and then the year before, but they didn't actually win the Super Bowl that year.
Yeah, so next question is now looking. So what pick did the Commanders have in this year's draft? And they drafted Jaden Daniels. What number pick was that?
2nd overall.
Brandon?
That was first round, maybe 4th overall?
Phillip is right, 2nd overall. And then who was taken right after Jaden Daniels?
Drake May.
Yes.
I don't know why I know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that one.
Yes, I waited. Okay. But we're back, and let's just look at the last play again. So Hurts hands it right off to Saquon, finds the opening between the lines, and just able to get right through and then run it in for a
Once he's
touchdown.
past that second defender, he's gone. There's no chance you're catching him.
And he's hyped. The Giants fans must be even more pissed about losing him after seeing that. And we're back off. It's going to be the Commanders' ball. And see if they're able to get it done like they did last week against the Lions. Luke McCaffrey able to return it. The Eagles are going right on at Luke McCaffrey. They're going to start, it looks like, at the 22, 21-yard line.
He tried to find that opening. He tried to find any opening, but he just should have just stayed there, got the extra couple yards. It was crazy. Yeah, one play, 18 seconds, just for one touchdown. On the Commanders side, 18 plays took 7 minutes just to settle for a field goal. Shows how dynamic this just Saquon in general is.
Yeah, and these teams line back up. What's going to happen next? Hopefully the Commanders are able to answer back. If they're able to answer back, that's the way I think they could win this game. If they don't, then, yeah, I think it's going to be pretty good for the Eagles. But Jaden Daniels and the offense lining back up. Daniels hands it off to Eckler. There goes Eckler. He's going to gain about 2 yards, making it 2nd down.
I forgot about Cliff Kingsbury.
And yeah, Cliff Kingsbury, the Commanders' offensive coordinator, used to be on the Cardinals. He's actually done a pretty good job, as you see, with Jaden Daniels in the Commanders' offense this year. Daniels back to throw. Finds Ertz.
Ertz, I think
he's
just came up short.
Just short.
And for Zach Ertz, this is a revenge game, as he was on the Eagles, including in Super Bowl 52, back when they won against let's not worry about who against. And Zach Ertz trying to get kind of a revenge game for him, and now getting subbed out like for someone else there.
Season's a great season for him. 66 yards for around 600 yards and around 7 touchdowns. Doing pretty good. Even in fantasy, if you pick them up late, I mean, it's really good.
Yeah. So Daniels hands it off to
Robinson?
I think it looked like it was Robinson. Yes, it's going to be Robinson. That's going to be a 1st down. Already long. This drive's already taken longer than the last one as for the Eagles. So line back up now. We got Noah Brown out. No, not Noah. We got other Brown out there.
Oh, it's a quick dump. It's a fumble, and it's recovered by the Eagles.
Damien Brown is going to fumble it for the Commanders. The guy I was just talking about just goes and fumbles the ball. And the Eagles, it's looking pretty good for the Eagles now.
No.
And the Eagles are a team that weren't as talked about as much as the Lions this year and Vikings, just because, like, I don't know, they've just been overshadowed because there's been 2 other teams as good. But really, the Eagles they played their seasons as good as the season they made the Super Bowl, and if anything, they played better and got really good as the season went on. And they started off and are not the best, and then they've gone on. They won like 10 in a row before losing to the Commanders, and this Eagles team may even be better than the Super Bowl team just 2 years ago. So
yes, and that was Cooper DeJean, who was able to force the fumble and recover it.
Yeah, it was. I think it was Cooper DeJean and Zach Bond. Cooper DeJean's a rookie, and I think it might have been Reed Blankenship who actually picked up the fumble, just so it wouldn't go out of bounds. Picked it up, and now the Eagles ball once again. Wow.
So, before coming back out, let's get going into next season. Who do you guys see being the top fantasy players?
We have to go with Saquon, probably. And yeah, Saquon's probably going to be the top scorer next year.
Yeah, I'm probably going to say Saquon. Maybe even Jamar Chase. I mean, if they get rid of T. Higgins, I mean, he's their clear number 1 option. And if they actually improve that defense, then I really, really think it could be Jamar. I'm going to go Jamar.
Yeah. Saquon, Jamar, so many great players. Derrick Henry, someone that... The problem with Derrick Henry, he has good games and he has bad games, but he's still a key player. And one player that I think is going to go down in value and may wind up still being a pretty good player is Tyreek Hill after not as good season that he had. Tyreek Hill is still a player that's probably going to be great. Justin Jefferson, I think that's going to come down to if they decide to keep Donald or not. If they go with J.J. McCarthy, I don't see J.J. McCarthy being the next big thing and doing that. I think Donald Donald's talent's been hidden because he's been stuck on the Jets, and then he went to the Panthers in a really bad situation. Didn't really get a chance there, and I just think. I think if they keep Donald, it's gonna be able to. They'll be back in it next year. But before we get back, one question I'm gonna ask: how many Super Bowls have the Eagles won? Is it?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Is it 1, 2, 3, or 27?
I'm gonna roll out 27. Immediately.
Yeah. All right, so we'll continue that. Hurts back. Eagles back and lined up. So Hurts back to throw. Finds A.J. Brown.
First catch.
Did he catch it? No, he did not. Looked like he may have caught it, but it's going to be incomplete. And Philip, what's your guess?
Oh, for the I know they just won that one. Maybe I'll just say one actually.
Brandon?
They probably have more.
I think it's 2.
Philip, you're correct.
Oh, it's one.
They only have 1.
They only have one. They
I thought
made
they had 2.
multiple, but
Really?
I know they made a lot.
Super Bowl
Who-
52 is their
oh,
first one.
Who is that one
Dallas
win against?
Let's not talk about that.
Oh, I know who it is.
So that's gonna be I think they're gonna give them the first down. So Hurts finds Goldberg, Dallas Goldberg, and it's gonna be first down. So fine. Who was the first one against?
Was it the Patriots?
Philip.
Yeah, it's the Patriots.
Yep, you're
Oh,
correct.
completely
And caught
does.
the toe tap. Is that in?
by
Yes, that was in.
Devontae Smith.
Oh, look at that toe tap.
Devontae Smith, a talent that's kind of been hidden a bit behind A.J. Brown. He's
Ooh, that's close.
a great
That's
player.
in. But I
I think that's in. We'll have to see if we have another angle on that.
Looks like they're gonna
There's
give
going
it
to be
to
no
him.
challenge there, so.
It's a handoff.
And
I'm just stuffed up at the line.
let's see, they're gonna be down.
Oh.
I'll see where they mark it, but last time these guys played, actually, Eagles were up big against the Commanders. I think it was 14-0 or something like that, 21-7. But Hurts got injured sometime in there, and then Pickett came in. I wasn't watching. That was the one Sunday I wasn't watching it because I was at another game. I was at the Jets-Rams game, but seeing it on the scoreboard there, it was the Eagles dominating, and then the Commanders came back. So we may see the same thing today, but Hurts is going to throw it to A.J. Brown, who gets the first down and a few more yards.
First and goal for the Eagles here. It looks like they're going to get into the end zone here, and that fumble is really going to end up hurting the Commanders because they were moving forward, and they probably had a good chance to score on that past drive, but that fumble killed them.
Hurts is going to hand it off to Saquon, who goes in. It's going to be a second rushing touchdown of the game. Touchdown Eagles. Saquon Barkley. And Saquon Barkley and the Eagles are they're doing pretty good just starting off. It's been all Eagles basically so far.
Yeah, just two. Not even this the first quarter. First quarter's not even over. Saquon already has the 2 touchdowns of the game. That's crazy. So that movement cuts back and it's just free touchdown.
So Eagles looking pretty good. Gonna probably make this extra point, and it's gonna be an 11-point game. So good start for the Eagles. So Jake Elliott is up for the extra point. It's up.
That's good.
That's good. No jinxed extra point there, and it's going to be a 11-point game. But what a catch on that drive by Devontae Smith. Just looking back, that key catch for that drive. Saquon helped nail it in the end zone for a touchdown, and it's a 14-3 game. And, yeah. So let's get on. Let's get to a NASCAR question. What NASCAR driver drives a 24 car? Is it Jeff Gordon, William Byron, Jimmy Johnson, or Kyle Larson?
Philip, you can guess first.
I'm going to just go with Byron.
Yeah, it's Byron.
Yep, you're correct.
I think Patrick told us that.
No, I don't think that was them. Patrick told us
These are the
F1.
same questions.
Oh.
Patrick told us the F1 one.
So I guess I'm gonna skip the
Yeah, it's Max
F1 one.
Verstappen.
Oh, okay.
Oh, maybe
So
it's not.
we have who drives the number 44 in F1? Is it Lando Norris, Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton, or George Russell?
Oh,
Hamilton.
Yep.
Honestly,
So
I,
you
just,
guys
I don't
did
even
wrong.
remember. I just guessed on
It was. I knew it was Verstappen or Hamilton.
And who was the last player to wear number 33 on the Celtics? Is it LeBron James, Bill Russell, Larry Bird, or Marcus Smart?
Who's second option again?
Bill Russell?
Let's go Larry Bird.
Yeah, I
don't know.
believe it's Bird.
Yes, you're correct. You guys are doing pretty good. Now, which player out of these has worn number 9 on their jersey? Is it Brock Purdy, Tyreek Hill, Deebo Samuel, or Drew Brees?
Drew Brees.
Yeah.
So I just know that. I don't know why. I
Yeah,
know
that one. Yeah.
Okay. These are pretty easy. They're going to get a bit harder. Who currently wears number 95 on the Jets? Is it Sauce Gardner, Quinnen Williams, Alan Lazard, or Bobby Wagner?
Believe it's Williams.
Yeah, Quincy Williams.
Yep. And then finally, who wears number 14 on the Steelers? Is it Chris Buescher from NASCAR, George
Wait, what?
Pickens, Carson Beck, or Kevin Durant?
It's gonna be George Pickens.
Yes. Rest of those guys play different sports. So,
Oh, yeah.
pretty easy
Brandon, I
questions.
really hoped you guessed one of the other sports.
I did it.
I wanted you to so badly.
And
2 rushing attempts,
Yeah.
2 touchdowns for Saquon. That's
That's an interesting stat.
wow.
And another interesting stat: if the Eagles make the Super Bowl, one thing I heard is it's going to be on Saquon's birthday, so that's just a way for him to do even better on his birthday. And scary for whoever's taking on the Eagles if they make it. So, Jake Elliott is going to kick it off, and Commanders, they need to figure something out here. They can't let the Eagles get away a lot, but to return it, able to keep the ball is Luke McCaffrey, and he'll be down around the 26-yard line.
What a kick! I don't know, it's a little off, but what a kick by Jake Elliott. The ball was on like the 1 yard line, like directly there. That was actually, I don't know. I just thought it was cool. Directly on the 1 yard line. Normally the kicks are on like 5'10", but wow, I don't know.
So the Commanders are going to line up. Out there we have Terry McLaurin, we have Brian Robinson, of course we have Luke McCaffrey lining back up. Back to throw. He's going to hand it off to beat Brian Robinson, and basically gains nothing there. And a question to think about, I'll be asking you in the next break, who has won the most Super Bowls? Player or coach or team-wise? Think about it. It's a trick question.
Brady?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not Tom Brady.
It's not Tom Brady.
So
Brady was
Daniels
seven.
is going to
You
hand
sure?
it off to Brian Robinson.
We sure he doesn't have the most Super Bowls out of the players?
Out of the players, yes.
Yes, he does.
But there could be a coach or team that has more.
It's not T, it's a coach.
It's a coach.
Alright, who's a coach? I'm trying to think. It might have been this. No, not the Steelers coach.
So they're gonna line back up.
Who could it be?
It's 3rd and 6 now for the Commanders. They need to start playing how they played on that first drive to get the ball down the field. Daniels back to throw. There he goes deep. Almost picked off. But it's going to be incomplete, and they're going to probably punt it here. If they go for it, that would just be silly, giving the Eagles good field position.
This game is starting to get out of hand early, and that is what the Commanders needed to avoid.
And as they come on to punt it away, it's going to be Tressway to punt it away, and Cooper Jazine is going to return it for the Eagles. Ready to punt it off, and that is just not a good drive by the Commanders, but still first quarter, can't give up yet. Just coming off a win against the Lions, so you never know. A fake.
Oh.
He's gonna throw it and it's caught.
God.
What a play!
What a
That's what they needed. A momentum shifter. Wow.
Wow.
What a play! A fake punt. Those are hard to pull off in the NFL. You just saw one there. Wait, does not punt it. He throws it. Wait to number
Isn't it?
82 who catches it.
Yeah, that's too simple.
Not a non-quarterback throws it, and then number 82 catches it.
I think that's it.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, Sinat.
Wow.
Ben Sinat catches it. What a play by him. And that's the momentum shifter that Commanders need. Now they got to get something on this drive to stay in this. So Daniels, fake handoff, back to throw, decides to keep it. Now is scrambling and taken down. The Eagles defense is back as it's going to be second down. And if they could just do that fake punt every time, they be able to get down the field if that happens again. But they're just unsuccessful play for the Commanders, making it second down. But that was, what a play. I think that was even better than the Saquon first touchdown. And just last week, Commanders scored 3 points in the first quarter. Then they went on to score 28 in the second quarter. So they score 3. It's still as good as last week. But Jaden Daniels throws it to Brown, and Brown is going to be down around the 30.
Gets all that sack yardage back and some more. Probably around 25-yard gain.
Diami Brown, I think that's his name, and gets it, and wow, what a play. Jaden Daniels, now you're starting to see his talent show up in this game. Diami Brown, 2 receptions for 30 yards. Jaden Daniels thrown for 74 yards so far in this game. Back to throw, hands it off to Brian Robinson.
Nowhere.
He goes nowhere. Yep.
Stuffed up at the line of scrimmage.
And it looks like that is going to take it to the end of the first quarter, and we will be right back as the quarter comes to an end as we head to a commercial break. Watch the Soma Sports Broadcast, where we break down the world of sports.
Back, he throws. There's 2 defenders on the tight end.
Predict upcoming sport games. To win it 26-23, the Chargers win. Debate sports. Who is the best NFL team of all time?
The Cowboys have won 5 Super Bowl titles.
The Patriots, one of the best teams.
Discuss our opinions on the latest in the world of sports. Alex Bowman. I think he could make it far. He's been impressive. And much more.
A fumble. This could be game.
I'm with
Nicky Duffy.
Dean Palzal.
I would definitely say DP, Dean Palzolo. He definitely had a great game.
Just a Hail Mary. Will he get it? Bounces off the Bears defenders. Touchdown.
When I first joined last year, you wanted me long distance, but then you threw it.
And I think by now we've really proved that we are the most dominant team in Section 1.
It's going to be a pick. Picked off by Miguel Iglesias, and he's going back.
Watch our weekly talk show episodes of the Soma Sports Broadcast. You could find them on YouTube and Spotify. So during that break, I hope you guys thought about who has won the most Super Bowls. Is it a coach? Is it a player? Or is it a team? It could be either or.
So we already ruled it out, it being Tom Brady.
Yes.
Probably a coach.
It has to be a coach, I
Because
think.
Brady, I think, has the most Super Bowls than any player.
He has the most Super Bowls out of any player, but he doesn't have
Yes.
the most out of the teams and coaches.
That's actually incorrect. He has more than one of those things.
There's more
More than
than
one
a
team. Because
Not
he has more. He
coach. So
definitely
it's
has
a
more than
coach.
the Eagles.
Yeah.
Because the Eagles only have one.
Yeah.
So it's a coach.
So it's a coach.
Yes. The most.
Is it a coach recently-ish? That's
Yes.
Bill Belichick.
Yes.
Okay.
it has
How
to be
many
a coach.
Yeah.
Was he like an assistant coach?
He
the
was
one thing
a defensive coordinator
Defensive.
on.
Steelers? No.
I'll give you a hint. NFC East.
Cowboys.
Nope.
Eagles. No,
Giant-
it couldn't be the
Giants.
Yes.
Yeah.
Giants.
When they had that
When they had two
um,
Super Bowls.
Bulls against the Bills, I think, right? Or I think
yeah,
there
one
was
of them was against.
one of
the
them
Bills.
against was. Oh yeah.
Yeah, one of them
So he's like
Broncos
So he is 9. He would have 9.
is 8. I think.
8?
Yeah, I got
8? Yeah.
Because
Not
he
nine.
has 6
Bra-
with the Patriots.
Brady is 6.
with the Patriots.
Yeah,
all
okay.
with the-
And one of the Bucks. But we're back. Jaden Daniels, Commandos, lining back up around the 30-yard line now. Jaden Daniels back to throw. Going up! And it's going to be incomplete. Attempted throw to Brown. It's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Just looking back at that fake punt.
And just impressive. Fake punt. That's what they needed to do to stay alive. And that did not work out. Eagles are probably up 21-3 right now. Lining back up now, we got Daniels. So, 14-3 is the score. Jaden Daniels back to throw. Yes, he's gonna throw it. That will just go out of bounds. 4th and 10, and if they I kind of hope they go for it. That's a shame. Looks like they go into the sideline, and all out that whole drive, it's gonna end in a field goal. Except if they fake it again, but they probably won't. So
Don't think they're going to fake this one.
so
That'd be funny. That'd be so funny if they did.
so Gonzalez on for the field goal to make this an 8-point game. It's gonna be a 46-yard attempt. The kick is up, and it goes in. Not a fake. And 14-6 is your score.
Eagles have a 8-point lead.
It's an 8-point lead now as we head to a commercial break. And what are some looking back on this season? What are like some surprises? Some surprises. I'll just go first. Commanders and Vikings are just two surprises that surprised me. Thought the Commanders would have no more than 5 wins, but they go 5-2 and then 12-5. Just very impressive.
Awesome for me. I did not expect the Niners just to have such a bad record. I thought they'd do better, just coming off being in the Super Bowl. But I don't know. I mean, you never would have expected that.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing as Phil. Niners, just coming off the Super Bowl. I thought they would be right back in the playoff contention this year. And then also last week's Commanders win against the Lions was quite a big surprise. Not a lot of people just anywhere thought that was going to happen.
Yeah, that, and I think the Jets too.
Yes.
I mean, what's such a honestly, it's a really good roster. Quincy Williams, Sauce Gardner, Devontae Adams, Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, like that, all those key pieces, and yet you barely went to 6 games or 5 games or something. It's crazy.
Yeah. So, Eagles currently have 16 wins, tied for the most in team history, and wait, is that right? I don't know. But Eagles come back out, and this is now Commanders' defense time. The Commanders' defense have to hold the Eagles here. Maybe 3, but really you gotta get nothing so the Commanders could stay in this game. So Hurts, Saquon in the backfield, Hurts in as QB. We got A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and as the main wide receivers. Hands it off to Saquon, and the Commanders' defense go right on to Saquon, number 93. Goes right to Saquon, number 93 of Jonathan Allen.
Looks like Saquon Barkley is having some trouble with his right ankle and lower calf. He's using massage gun on the sidelines,
But he's back. He's in it.
but he is still in the game.
So Barkley and the Eagles back, lining back up. 2nd and 13 now. They lost 3 yards on that play. Barkley back, Hurts back to throw. Finds A.J. Brown, who is going to get it for the first down. So Hurts throws it, finds Saquon, finds AJ Brown, and goes to the right, finds him open to get the first down. So Hurts and the Eagles lining back up now. Gonna take it back to throw.
Pressure. Avoiding to his right. Oh, just missed him.
Incomplete.
The Eagles seem to think that should be a pass interference call, but there's going to be no flag on the play.
And
He gets
it's
his hand on his
Newton, 95 of Newton, who able to get on to Hurts. But, yeah, help with incompletion. So Eagles line back up. There goes Devontae Smith, running at the other side of the field, and
flag
as they hiked it, it was a flag, and looks like it's going to be a false start on the offense. So it's going to move them back 5, and
56, I believe.
yeah, looks like, number 56. 56 of Tyler Steen. So, line back up now.
Is he the guard? Or is this? Which one is?
So, line back up are the Eagles. Hurts back to throw. Going. Finds number 14. Finds of Kenny Gainwell? Yeah, Kenneth Gainwell. And that is going to be third down. I didn't even realize you're still on the Eagles.
Yeah.
But 3rd and 7 for the Eagles now, as the Commanders' defense is holding them here. Jalen Hurts, 5 for 7, 64 yards so far in this game. No touchdowns. That's been all Saquon for that. So, Hurts and the Eagles line back up. 3rd and 7. Changing up the play a little bit. 4 seconds left, 3 on the shot clock. Hurts back to throw. And Dallas Goedert is going to get the first down. They almost were able to stop him, but Goedert was able to hold on and then gain about 5-10 more.
And he breaks the first tackle.
So, lining back up now, the Eagles offense. Change up of the play there. Lining back up. Hurts. Hands it off to
Who?
Gainwell.
Again?
And Gainwell in that one instead of Saquon. Interesting movement. Coming up, and something that we hope to stream as well, the week after the Super Bowl, the Daytona 500 and NASCAR season really crept up on us, as excited to see what happens. Joey Logano coming in as defending champ, and we'll see. Wonder if he'll try to make it his 4th championship this year, but Hurts is going to throw to Gainwell there, and looks like it's going to be
Just jumped on to somebody.
short.
I don't know if that was an attempt to jump over someone, but it did not work out well.
It went sideways. It's 3rd and 1.
So 3rd and 1.
It's going for a tush push.
And surprise, 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 they're doing the tush push, but did they get it?
Push
Yeah,
31.
they got it. They got it. Looked questionable for a second, but actually, it depends who had the ball.
Yeah, they got it.
Yeah, they got it. Yep, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Eagles. 10 minutes left in the second quarter. Obviously, the second quarter not as exciting as the Commanders' last second quarter, scoring 28. Allowing the Lions score 14. Lining back up now are the Eagles. We got Hurts. Hurts hands it off to Gainwell, and that's going to make it 2nd down.
So it looks like Saquon Barkley was out for for those 2 plays. He has only 3 rushes for 2 touchdowns. 66% of the time this game is rushed. He has it. Alright, let's see.
So lining back up now, we got Hurts. Hurts back to throw.
He's got time.
Decides to throw. He decides to
Pressure
keep
coming,
it. Going up.
and just dumps it out to the sideline.
That's going to make it incomplete.
Now making it 3rd and 6. Let's see what they do. AJ Brown was lined up on the sideline. He tries to go for that, but just Marshawn Lattimore just on him, just not letting him get away. Great job by Marshawn Lattimore keeping that, who they actually acquired in a trade. Actually got him from the Saints. I don't know if it was just a trade or something, but they got him from the New Orleans Saints. It was nice to see that. All right, total yards offense. The Commanders have 117, and the Eagles have 157. But the Commanders are leading in passing yards. So let's see what they do here. Seems the Eagles. Looks like they've taken a timeout, I believe. Yeah, the Eagles have taken their first timeout so far. We're seeing on the sideline what play they're going to call, seeing what's going to happen. Alright, seeing what they do here. It seems like Jalen Hurts and the Eagles offense are back onto the field. Let's see what they're going to do here, right here. Alright, just going over just the Eagles offense. Passing yards per game, they're not the best in the league. They're around 100, like 180 yards per game. But rushing yards per game, they are second with 180. Time possession third. Let's see what the Eagles do here. 3rd and 6, they're lined up. Play clock winding down. It's at 8. It's at 7. It's at 6. They're both. Alright, Hurts has time. Oh, pressure coming, and he's sacked. What a sack by the Commanders' D-line. He got that sack off. Remember, seems we never heard of Luvu or whoever that is. And Frankie Luvu coming in with the sack, bringing him down, holding on, tries to get the fumble, but just ends up sacking him. 4th and 15. It looks like the Eagles will kick it. In the postseason, Jake Elliott has never missed a field goal. He is 22 for 22. His longest is 53. Now it is a 54-yard attempt to see if the Eagles can go up 17-6. Let's see what they do here in the second quarter. The kick is up, and it seems to be no good. The Eagles still have a 14-6 lead, and the Commanders have a decent starting position in the field. Yeah, the kick's just... See, it's up, and yeah, it's just to the right. So, first kick that Jake Elliott's missed the entire postseason. Dan Quinn, as you can tell, he's happy about that. Now the Eagles are up 14-6, and there's still some time in the second quarter for the Commanders.
And welcome back as the Commanders come back out. The Commanders did exactly what they needed to do on that last drive, holding the Eagles to 0 points. And now out we have Jaden Daniels trying to tie up the game on this drive. The Commanders are lining back up now. Commanders back out there. Jaden Daniels back though decides to keep the ball. He's going and goes out of bounds.
Took 5 yards on that game.
Looks like he's out. Gonna be 2nd and 3, 2nd and 4. And
Jake Elliott, his first ever field goal missed in his career postseason. So it's 22 for 23 now.
so coming back out are the Commanders now. Back to throw. Jaden Daniels finds number 87.
The other tight end who we saw earlier is tight end 2, we believe.
John Bates.
John
Bates.
Bates.
Yep. John Bates. We'll get that.
1st and 10.
First and 10. The Commanders are getting down the field again. Both teams have 8 first downs so far in this game as Daniels hands it off to Brian. And going to make it 2nd down on about 2 or 3. So the Commanders lining back up now. 2nd and 3. Run back out there. Line back up movement on O-line a little bit. Movement on the Eagles side of things. Back throw. Throws it to Brown. It's going to be incomplete. And that's going to make it 3rd and 3. They're already in field goal range, so we're looking at least some points, hopefully, on this drive. Alright, so 3rd and 3. Jaden Daniels back to throw and finds Terry McLaurin, who's going to the 10 to the 5. Touchdown Commanders! Terry McLaurin gets it in for the touchdown. And folks, we have a 2-point game again. And we're about to be hopefully knotted up at 14. What a first half so far as the Commanders finally get in the end zone when they need to get in, and with the extra point or 2-point conversion, probably 2-point conversion pending, we're going to have a won or tied game, hopefully. So yes, they are out for the 2-point conversion, discussing the play. Could be like a quick just run in, or we could do like a quick like Jaden Daniels throws to Terry McLaurin or a receiver there, just a quick little route to get it in. Nothing too extreme here. I just got to get a few yards. But Jaden Daniels.
The Commanders are 4 for 6 on 2-point conversions this season.
Daniels back throw finds Eckler.
And he can't get it.
Yeah.
It's a 2-point game.
It's better to throw when it's the player is in the end zone, but we do not see that there. We got a 2-point game, but what a touchdown by Terry McLaurin. And 14-12 is your score. And before we go back, I got a few more questions for you. So, what NFL team or teams have won the most Super Bowls?
Patriots got to be one up.
Patriots
got to be up there.
Patriots are 7, I think. And I think it's like Steelers have 6.
You got the 2 white teams tied for the most. How many do each of them have?
Oh, 6.
Yes.
Yeah. I thought Patriots had 7, but that was just Tom
Brady has 7.
Yeah, Brady has 7.
Patriots have
Right.
6, yeah.
With the Steelers.
And who won the first Super Bowl?
Packers?
I don't know.
Packers or Bears? No, hold on.
Brandon?
Oh, I don't know.
Is it
Take a
NFC or
guess.
AFC right now?
NFC.
Does the team still go by the same name?
Yes.
I think it's Packers or Bears.
I don't know. I have no clue. Well, we'll say Cowboys.
Okay, it's one of those two teams.
Packers.
Yes.
Yes.
Alright, yeah.
Packers actually won the first
Who
two.
was their quarterback then?
Bart Starr.
Bart Starr, yeah. Packers generational quarterbacks. Bart Starr, Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, maybe Jordan Love if he does something. But
Yeah, we'll see.
never know.
Jordan Love, yeah, could add Jordan Love's name to the list maybe, but what is the one Super Bowl the Jets won?
Oh, I don't know.
63? Was it 19?
What Super Bowl number?
Oh,
No, it was not 1963. First Super Bowl was in 1966. Or 67.
Super Bowl, I'm going to say like 28. I don't know.
Super Bowl 3.
Oh, three.
3, yeah,
Yeah.
that's...
They have not won once since Super Bowl 3, and I'm sure it's going to be like that for a long time.
It's going to be like that for a very long time.
As we were leaving the stadium, everyone just wanted that team to be sold, so
They just
sell the team.
can't seem to put it all together.
Yeah, they had everything this year. They could not put it all together. Do you guys have any NFL quiz questions? Let's do maybe if it was Saquon in that position, he would have gotten in, but not Eckler there. So the Eagles line back up. Devontae Smith come back out, hands it off to Smith. There goes Smith, going, and he's gonna be down 2 yards short of the first down. Devontae Smith. So that's gonna make it second down, and Philip, you wanna talk about some of your stats?
Oh, so some stats just to go over real quick. I mean, the Commanders. Let's just talk about the Commanders' defense this year. I can find it. So rushing yards against, they are 30th. They've allowed around 137, 140 yards against in the regular season. Passing yards, they are third in passing yards. They've only allowed around 180 per game. Sacks, they're 11th with 43. Interceptions, they are 26th with 7. I mean, I think the Commanders can actually, if they can actually do good here, and if they can, stop Jalen Hurts, stop that dual rushing threat, I think they can really put a stop to this Eagles team and come back for it. But right now it's 14-12. Let's see how their defense holds up.
And now it's third one. It looks like they're in tush-push formation.
Again.
Yeah, again. As they go.
Yeah, they'll get that.
They'll get that. That's not a surprise there. And yeah, first down for the Eagles. And 5 minutes left. Eagles trying to get some points. Yes, they get it. On the board. Trying to make it a 2-score game with a touchdown. So they're going to line back up, and Jalen Hurts and the Eagles figuring out a play there. So Hurts. Hurts going. Looks like all players the same area. Interesting play formation there, but Hurts back to throw.
Got time.
Looks like we got an RPO option. He decides to keep it and slides down around the 40-yard line. We saw the RPO option there. He had the choice to throw the ball, keep on the ball, or hand it off, and he kept it and ran it. Got about a few yards. 2nd and 8 now. Only got a couple, actually. On 2nd and 8. Eagles lining back up. We have Dawson out there as well. He is a former Commander. Came over the Eagles this year. Devontae Smith, movement there. Hands it off to Saquon. There goes Barkley. Gets the first down as he's down around the 50. Ball does come out at the end of the play, but they are going to still mark it a first down. So with 3 minutes, 57 seconds left, Eagles are getting down the field. So 3:43 left. Hurts decides to keep it going. And it's going to be down. Basically gaining nothing there. So make it second and about 10. And, so we're back and 3:19 left. 3:19 left, second and 10. We got Hurst, we have Goldberg, we have A.J. Brown out there. We also have Devontae Smith. Interesting formation again as two receivers lining up behind each other there. Very interesting formation. Movement for Devontae Smith now as he hands it off to Saquon. And the Commanders' D is showing up there, so that's going to make it third down. So third down for the Eagles, 3rd and 5. And what they could do a short pass, run the ball here. Just something simple. Just third down, you got to focus on getting the first down. And then when it's first down, you could work on maybe going deep. So 3rd and 5 now. We got Hurts, Saquon in the backfield. Hurts back to throw. Going. Commanders D gets onto him. He throws it. It goes to Saquon. Almost catches it. Looks like he caught it, but then it's going to be incomplete. So that's going to make it 4th and 5. And I think it looks like Hurts may be staying out there. May have just been running back out to the side. See what they decide here, but if Saquon got that, that would have been an unbelievable catch. Yes, they're going for it. 4th and 5.
Huh.
So 4th and 5 as the Eagles line back up. Rolling. Back to throw. Hurts. Going up. And it's going to be caught by A.J. Brown. Did he get in? That's the question. Yes. They got in, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Less than 2 minutes left. With about 2 minutes left. Close to the red zone. Did he get in? Looks like, yeah, he got it. Yeah, past the 20, so he's in the red zone now. And it's a 2-minute warning. 14-12 is the score, and these two teams hook on each other in the regular season, and it was Eagles who won the first one. It was a Thursday night battle, but then in the second game, it was Commanders. The Commanders, they were able to put up a lot of points. Hurts did get injured in this game, but it was the Commanders who took this one 36-33 on a last-second touchdown. What a game that was. Probably one of the top games this year.
Yeah, I think just Jaden Daniels' comeback is clutch. I mean, he has had like around 3 games where they're down in the 4th quarter, but they still come back to win it. And I think that's what they can do here against the Eagles, against this Eagles defense. I think with Jaden Daniels, as long as they have Jaden Daniels and he's healthy, I think this team could always come back, no matter if they're down or not.
And this Commanders team reminds me of a certain team, and a feeling like a certain team I haven't seen in a while. Maybe reminds me a little of the Bengals a few years ago, but this team reminds me like what they've accomplished this year of the 0-1 Patriots, a team that, the underdog team that no one like even considered to win the Super Bowl at the beginning of the season, and surprised everyone, and went all the way and won the Super Bowl, and then the Patriots became a dynasty after that. Well, I wonder, is Jaden Daniels Commanders the same situation? Dan Quinn has experience in the Super Bowl in the NFL. Maybe it's a similar story. We'll see. But do you guys see Commanders maybe becoming a dynasty one day?
No, not right now. Maybe as Jaden Daniels, progresses along in his career and they really make some solid choices in the postseason and the offseason, then yeah, maybe I could see that in a few years, but not right now.
Yeah, I also agree, Brian. I think if they add maybe some key defensive players, I mean, their defense is doing pretty good. But I think if they could add some more key defensive players, and I think eventually they'll become, an NFC Championship Super Bowl team.
Yeah, and now back to the game.
Coming back from the 2-minute warning here. We're going to take another look at the play that got the Eagles into the red zone.
Throw Marshawn Lattimore in coverage, but A.J. Brown was able to get that.
Alright, so we're back out there now. 2 minutes left. Hurts is going to hand it back off to Saquon. Going to gain a couple there. Going to gain a couple of yards there. Eagles, if they get this touchdown, they can make it a 2-score game heading into halftime. And that is not good for the Commanders. Also, the Eagles get the ball coming out of halftime. And, yeah, the Commanders really need to stop the Eagles here. Maybe hold them to a field goal at best at this point. But, yeah, Eagles have come to play.
Even if they stop them here, even if they get a field goal, that Jaden Daniels clutch ability just before the half, maybe he can get downfield, maybe get them a field goal, maybe get them a touchdown, who knows.
And we'll see, but we're back out, lined up. Hurts and the Eagles discussing the play. 2-minute warnings over. It's been over. Saquon out there. See what they scheme up here, something maybe like a short pass play or just right into the end zone, or curve pass into the end zone. They could do a lot of stuff here. They gotta trick up the Commanders' defense. That's the key. But Hurts is back to throw, back to the end zone, and it goes right out of Dallas Goedert's hands in the end zone, and that's gonna make it 3rd and 8.
Goddard was looking for some kind of penalty there on Marshawn Lattimore. Yeah, this little hold, but I don't know. Still got about that. Doesn't seem to be a penalty on the play. Ball was just out of his reach. Now it's 3rd and 8.
So now, 3rd and 8 now. We got Devontae Smith out there, Ron Dawson. Movement. Let's see what they do here. Looked like Commanders' defense jumped a little bit, and yes, now the flag comes out.
I believe it's on the offense.
That may be a delay game.
It's a delay game.
No. Yes, it was not a delay game, but it was still on the offense. False start. Delay game.
Jalen Hurts, so it must have.
Play clock ticking down, but
yeah, some type of play you get often in Madden, but lining back up now. Just they lost 5 yards, and those 5 yards may be the 5 yards that do it for the Commanders. So you don't want to give up yardage if you don't need to, especially with still 2 timeouts left. So 10 seconds left on the play clock. Hurts back to throw. Commanders D getting to Hurts as he throws it. Oh my gosh, it's caught.
Oh,
and it's dropped.
But there's a flag on the play.
But that's going to be pass interference. So that's going to put the ball right on the goal line almost.
And not only that, that would also be a 1st down. And they could just get one push for the touchdown.
The hold. Yeah, you can't get away with that.
He was grabbing his arm. He was holding his arm back once the ball was in the air. Yeah.
So, Devontae Smith tries to catch it, and it just goes right through his hands. But they're still gonna get 1st and goal now, as this should be an easy touchdown for the Eagles. Except if Commanders D line could hold them up here. So 1st and goal for the Eagles.
Yeah, probably going for a tush push right here. Yeah.
Tush push formation.
Surprise, surprise. They're going.
And
they got it. Yep.
Touchdown Eagles.
Looks to be a
And they're
2-score game.
Jalen Hurts, and now a lot of stuff got.
Some sort of fight broke out.
Yeah, it seems A.J. Brown probably trash talking the defense after.
But I don't think that's going to be against A.J. Brown really, because he was kind of just standing there getting pushed back. His hands were up. So, we'll see.
Yeah, and see what they call this here. This may take back the touchdown if they. But it was after the play, so actually no, it was
No,
not.
it wasn't.
So that was before and after the play, so they may take this back.
Brown and Lattimore were going at it a little bit before on the first penalty, but it looks like that carried over into the next play as they just went straight for each other once the ball was snapped.
And now let's see what.
So this looks like it's probably going to be a penalty against both of them. So they're probably going to even out.
So let's see what the decisions made here. And Marshawn Lattimore traded from the New Orleans Saints to the Commanders halfway through this season. He was a pretty good star in the Saints and has played pretty good on the Commanders as well. Doesn't look like there's a decision made yet. We'll see what they decide here. So to push in for the touchdown to A.J. Brown. Looks like it's really hard to tell who started it. So
They both were going at each other, but it looks like
are they going for two? Oh, they gave the Eagles more yardage, right?
no. It says the Eagles have 20-12 lead. So yes, the Eagles are going for a 2-point conversion, and it looks like the penalties are just going to even out there.
I guess that's smart, but did they not get it? I think the Commanders may have held them off. Commanders think they held them off.
The Eagles went for a tush push for the 2-point conversion as well. I'm not sure. They did not get it.
And folks, that's something I think the Eagles are going to regret, as now that still gives it a one-score game. So 20-12 is your score, and the Commanders. The Eagles are going to get the ball back, but the Commanders, they still have 1:44 left. If they are somehow able to get down the field, they could possibly tie this game at 20. And especially now after that, something that they kind of need to do with the Eagles getting the ball back. So, Philip, do you have any more stats for us about these teams?
Let's look at the Eagles' defensive stats once again. Points against per game, they allow one of the second fewest in the league, around 17.5 points per game. Total yards against per game, they're first place in that. Eagles defense really is showing up in that offense, showing it also. Total pass yards against per game, they are first in that also. Sacks, they're 13th, probably around a little over middle of the pack. I think they have like 41. And interceptions, they are 12th. They have 13 interceptions just during the regular season. But that's obviously not including postseason, so we're going to see how they're doing. Because they did play 2 games in the postseason so far. They've played the Packers and the Rams. They beat them both in 22-10 and 28-22. So right here, it looks to be for them another win. They're up by 8 points, but we're going to see how they do.
Yeah, and let's just take a little deep dive into the stats of today's game. So we have Jaden Daniels, who's thrown for 1 touchdown, obviously, to Terry McLaurin, who's gotten a touchdown. He's thrown for 117 yards, and that's Jaden Daniels. He has rushed for 12 yards. Brian Robinson has rushed for 22. Eckler with 5. Commanders have rushed for 39 yards total. Terry McLaurin, the leading receiver, with 43 yards. Also, Dami Brown, who has 30 yards of receiving today. On the defense, there hasn't really been any highlights for the Commanders. No interceptions yet. Now let's look on the Eagles side of things, and Jalen Hurts able to throw for 126 yards, but that he has not been able to throw the ball in the end zone yet, as it's been Saquon who's been able to run it in for 2 touchdowns with 79 yards rushing so far in this game. Jalen Hurts has been able to rush it for 5 yards. Kenneth Gainwell been handing him the ball to the ball too, and has 8 rushing yards. Our leading receiver is A.J. Brown of 57 yards. Vontae Smith also has 28 with Dallas Goldberg with 25 yards. But we're back. Let's see if the Commanders could get anything. And no stars on the Eagles defense just yet. So it's going to be returned by number 20, a fumble.
Maybe.
And the Eagles are going to get more points in this half, folks.
Yes, it looks like, yeah.
The Philadelphia Eagles grab that fumble.
I don't know who fumbled that.
And
I don't think he was down first. I think the ball was
did he?
out of his grip. Yeah, the ball was out of his grip.
It's a fumble.
It's McNichols and their third string running back, a player that was good, like a hidden gem in fantasy. I picked him up in my dynasty league. Didn't really do me much, but it was notable name throughout the season, I guess. But he's gonna fumble it there and give the Eagles good field position. And
it's just something you can't do. I mean, this late in the second quarter, you're down by 8. Something you can't do. You can't have turnovers. You had 2 timeouts. You probably could drive downfield if the Eagles score quick or if you stop them right here. But I mean, you had 2 timeouts. Can't really have too many turnovers. As you could see, in the first 2 games, they've had 0 turnovers in the postseason, and today they have 2.
so the Eagles are going to line back up now. We got A.J. Brown out there going far away. So this may be a little past him. There was no time. The Commanders' offense didn't even come out on the field. Eagles already back out there. Similar to the fumble. I'll get back, compare that to a fumble in a second. But Goldberg's going to catch it and get a few yards. So similar to that fumble in Somers State Championship game where it was the third quarter and Somers fumbled it where Whitesboro picked it up, helping them get another after scoring 1 touchdown, helping them eventually leading to another as Hurts is going to the 5 touchdown, but a flag is on the field and he may have not gotten in, but there is a flag. Let's see who this is on. And still with 1:06 left, the Commanders just made it a 2-score game.
Looks like it's a penalty on Dickerson. Holding on the guard. Let's see. Yeah. You can't. Holding on to his jersey, tugging him back.
So, pulling Bobby Wagner's jersey on Dickerson, and something that did affect the play, so that's going to put them back.
Yeah, I mean, knowing this Eagles team, that rushing capability, you probably can just get it back in 2 plays. You could probably just redo it, honestly. Probably be fine.
The Eagles line back up. Saquon back in. Gainwell not in anymore. Eagles line back up. Back to throw. Hurts. Throwing. Saquon guarding, helping Hurts, but Hurts can't find anyone open. He's going to throw it out of bounds, and that is going to make it 3rd and 10, and this now may become a field goal drive. So Jalen Hurts, just Commanders defenders did come down on him, and able to get out of there, guarded by his line and teammates, but there was no one open, and it's now 3rd and 10. So with 57 seconds left, let's see what the Eagles can come up with before heading to halftime. Back out there now, Hurts. Been sacked once so far. Back to throw, Hurts. Commanders going on him to Saquon Barkley, who goes out of bounds. That's going to make it 4th and about 5. They're probably going to
Yeah, it's going to be a flag.
Now there's a flag.
It looks like maybe some unnecessary roughness, as Saquon was hit while he was going out of bounds. So, yeah, he was
out of bounds.
He was out of bounds already, and then he was hit.
So, whistle, whatever his name is, it's gonna hit him, and That is probably going to give the Eagles a first down. Personal foul on Mike St. Whistle. And yeah,
Yeah, it's just a late hit out of bounds. I mean, something you
Yeah,
just can't do.
Saquon was clearly heading out already. He was running straight towards the sideline pretty much.
so Eagles lining back up now. A.J. Brown out there. Dawson and Smith. Same three receivers. Hurts is going to hike the ball. Hands it off to Saquon. There goes Saquon to about the 5-yard line.
Looks like he's going to get all the way down to the 4-yard line, gain of 6. Bring up 2nd and goal. Great position. And looks like he's going to exchange some words with Sainstrill, who had the penalty the play before.
There's Saquon going back to the first play of the game. You just see him, 2 tackles gone. Then he just cuts right to the field and for the touchdown. And for his second touchdown of the game, you can see he just cuts right. 3 defenders about to get him, but he just goes in regardless.
So 20 and 12 second and goal
Washington
now.
takes a timeout.
And that's most 60-plus scrimmage yard touchdowns for a season, including postseason. And Saquon now has the record at 7. So another record that Saquon has broken this season. He's just had a breakout season on a better team now. He's able to show that how good he really is.
Considering that he was also on the Giants his first year with the Eagles too. It's crazy.
Yeah, and the fact that he was good on the Giants just shows that now on a better team he does even better. But 3rd and goal now, 43 seconds left. Commanders use their final timeout. And coming up next, stay tuned as we will be having our halftime show recapping the first half, and then once we wrap up with our halftime show, it will be a sneak peek at our next episode of the Somu Sports Broadcast. Watch the first few minutes of it. And you guys want to talk a little bit about what we do in this episode coming out?
Yeah, so in the episode, we go over some NFL, our playoff predictions. Obviously, we're streaming this after we already recorded, so the episode is going to be up later, probably tomorrow or within sometime early this week. We go over NFL predictions, score predictions, game predictions, basically anything sports related.
Hurts back to throw. It's caught. Touchdown.
A.J.
Brown. And it's a 2-score game once again. A.J. Brown gets it into the end zone. A touchdown. 26-12 is your score. It's not even halftime yet.
Yeah, and coming up in the episode, we also have our interview with bowling coach Tetro from the high school, along with recapping some basketball and talking a little bit about Somer's winter track championships.
So now, on for the extra point is Jake Elliott. He is someone who missed a field goal earlier. So Jake Elliott on for the extra point. Kicker that my brother has taken in like the first round of a fantasy draft once. And it's up and good. So 27-12 is your score. We got 39 seconds left until halftime, and we will be right back in a moment.
All right, and now I have some trivia questions for Benny and Philip. So who holds the record for the most career passing yards in NFL history?
Your passing yards ever or in a season?
Career passing yards.
Career.
Tom Brady.
How many do you think he has?
89,000.
80,000.
Philip got it on the dot. 89,000 career passing yards. Tom Brady.
Exactly.
Exactly.
No way. Wait.
Hey, that's not correct, is it?
That's the number they gave me.
Wait.
Alright.
No way. I kind of
Alright.
knew that. Wait,
I'm gonna
can
look
someone
this up.
fact
Well,
check that?
fact check
80.
that, but
Like on the dot? There's no way. It's like probably
I mean, you know, probably-
I know Drew Brees is second at 71 something.
but fact check that.
He
We'll
does
get
have
back to you on that.
89,000 around that. Wait. That's
And then, what year was the NFL founded?
1920.
Right, yeah, 1920.
1920.
Alright, Phillips close but a bit off. It's 89,214.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
close.
so you're right there.
Close.
So yeah, and then last question: who's the only player to win the NFL MVP 3 consecutive times?
Aaron Rodgers.
I think Peyton Manning.
No, it was Brett
Favre.
Favre.
Oh,
Yeah,
Favre
from
with
1995 to 1997.
I know Rodgers won it twice, but yeah,
I
it's.
don't know why.
I think Lamar, if he wins it this year, could possibly be the next one. But yeah, we don't really see it 3 times in a row
Wait,
anymore.
bro, you mean consecutive, like in a row?
Consecutive years, yeah.
Oh,
So 39 seconds. Let's see if the Commanders could pull off a miracle here. Doubt they will, but let's see what they got as Elliott is going to kick it back off. And knees it back in the end zone for a touchback.
Touchback. So the Commanders will opt to not run it out, and they'll just take the field position and not start the clock.
So Commanders have a choice here. They could just knee it out, take it at halftime, but already down 2 scores with the Eagles getting the ball. I think they got to try to do something here. You know, Jaden Daniels could get the ball down the field pretty fast. At least get a field goal or something. But let's see what they have here. You know, like Jaden Daniels' Hail Mary against the Bears. Yeah, they could get it down fast, but those a short pass to Eckler. They need to throw it a bit more down the field to be able to get it down the field, but second down doesn't really do anything there.
Only thing I'm not too happy about but the Commanders don't have any timeouts left. But the Eagles have 2, so they have to really stay on the out of bounds line just if they want to get that and conserve as much time as they can.
So, Jaden Daniels is going to throw to Zach Ertz there. Makes it the first down. So, what a play by Jaden Daniels using hurry-up offense. Now they need to get about, 15 yards to make it a field goal into field goal range. But there's a flag there now.
The O-line's... Yeah.
That's going to be on
O-lineman number
the
63 on the O-line.
That's going to...
Looks like his hand was in the face
Oh, yeah.
mask.
But then Jalen Carter just goes and hits him. And, I don't know, that may be penalty on Jalen Carter as well, I would think. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's going to be on Jalen Carter.
that's something.
I don't know what he was thinking there, but Jalen Carter was a top prospect in an NFL draft a few years ago and then was taken down because he had legal trouble with stuff. Not going to get into that. And not super surprised seeing that from him there, but yeah. But yeah, that's going to make it, looks like, gives the Commanders
Extra 5 yards. Make
Yeah.
it 1st and 5.
1st and 5 now. Jaden Daniels got to throw it about 20. Just throw it towards the middle down the field. So Daniels going back to throw. Decides to keep it going. Finds the opening. Going to the 40 to the 35 and goes out of bounds around the 35-yard line. 1st and 10. And now they're in field goal range. They may be able to get something before halftime.
Maybe a quick run just for a quick, maybe 5 or 6 yards just to get them even closer, just to make it easier for Zane Gonzalez field goal.
And the Commanders are still very well in this game. I know it's a 2-score game, but they've been able to come back with deficits like this before, including against the Eagles just a few weeks back.
The Eagles have taken their second time out with 13 seconds remaining.
And let's see what the Eagles could do. Now the Commanders could do, as they've been able to get down the field. And Gonzalez getting ready, possibly kick the field goal. Been perfect, getting 2 so far today. And one question I have for you is who was the Commanders' coach last time they won the Super Bowl?
Oh, that.
And I'll give you a pretty easy hint that I think Brandon should give it away from Brandon. He now is currently a NASCAR owner.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Damn it.
So Jaden Daniels back to
I should
throw.
know this.
And it's going to go out of bounds. But he's going to get the first down. At Zach Ertz with 6 seconds left.
It's a coach?
He used to be a coach, and he's moved on to the world of NASCAR and owns the team.
Yeah, I don't even know.
No, I should know this. I feel like I'm gonna know it once I hear it.
Yeah, that's how this works, but I'm going to give you some time to see if you can get it.
Alright, well, we got 6 seconds left. Commanders going for a field goal here.
It's a short field goal. They should
And
get
look,
it. Eagles take,
yeah, final timeout for the Eagles.
yeah, probably to ice San Gonzalez. Try to ice him, try to make him miss the kick. But I don't think he will.
So, the hint I'll give you is, and you gotta probably be following NASCAR as of late to know this hint, Chase Briscoe recently signed with this team for next season.
I'm following off-season news.
Yeah, me neither.
So,
Alright, his grandson races in the sport.
in the sport.
In the sport, and you know what? I'll give you another hint. And also as one of the cars on his team. But Gonzalez is up. It's going to be a 42-yard attempt. Kind of wish they tried to go for it, but that it's up and it's good. So a 27-15 game with 2 seconds left. And this hint is going to give it away. Denny Hamlin is a driver on that team.
Brandon, do you know who it is?
No, I don't.
You still don't.
We still don't
You
know.
got Denny Hamlin. Kyle Busch used to race on that team.
I don't know the owner of the team.
All right. Joe Gibbs Racing. Joe Gibbs
Oh,
used to
yeah, I
be
knew
the
that.
commander / the other name they used to call the
Yeah.
team's head coach and led them to 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah, I knew that.
I didn't.
But with 2 seconds left, don't leave. It's just halftime, but we're going to be doing a halftime show recapping the first half, and then afterwards we'll be giving you a little preview. We may be going through the whole thing of our new talk show episode. So 15-27, 2 seconds left. Eagles are probably just going to run this out, or let the clock run out, or knee it in the end for the touchback, end zone for a touchback, and just knee it to bring it to halftime. They're going to bring it out, goes down to 1, it goes down to 0, he
just
slips.
slides.
And folks, that is going to be halftime.
27-15 as the Eagles have taken the lead, have the lead now.
And
12 point.
we will be back in a minute.
Watch the Soma Sports Broadcast, where we break down the world of sports,
Back, he throws. There's 2 defenders on the tight end.
interview guests,
Here with Coach Packard, who will be interviewing today.
predict upcoming sport games,
To win it 26-23, the Chargers win.
debate sports,
Who is the best NFL team of all time?
The Cowboys have won 5 Super Bowl titles.
The Patriots, one of the best teams.
discuss our opinions on the latest in the world of sports,
Alex Bowman. I think he could make it far. He's been impressive.
and much more.
I'm with
Nikki Duffy.
Dean Palzall.
I would definitely say DP, Dean Palzolo. He definitely had a great game.
Just a Hail Mary. Will he get it? Bounces off the Bears defenders. Touchdown.
When I first joined last year, you wanted me long distance, but then you threw it.
And I think by now we've really proved that we are the most dominant team in Section 1.
It's going to be a pick. Picked off by Miguel Iglesias, and he's going back.
Watch our weekly talk show episodes of the Soma Sports broadcast. You could find them on YouTube and Spotify. Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Soma Sports Broadcast. I am Benny and I'm here with
Brandon, Phillip.
And today we're going to get started. So now we got a preview of our episode. Enjoy. Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Soma Sports Broadcast. I am Benny and I'm here with
Brandon, Phillip.
And today we're going to get started recapping Soma's varsity boys basketball. And we'll be recapping the most recent game on January 22nd, where Somers took on Byram Hill, and right out of the gate, it was Byram Hill, led by their huge team, and they dominated the start, where they pulled away to an 18-2 lead and a 22-7 lead at the end of the first quarter. However, in the second quarter, Somers played Byram Hill tough, making it a 23-36 game at halftime. But the second half, Byram Hill pulled ahead once again, led by their big team, who went on to win 69-50, and they go on to become 12-1 on the season, while Somers, it's another loss. And just Byram Hill, you saw it way out of the gate if you watched our broadcast of that game. It was just a much bigger team, which made it hard for Somers to beat. And then the girls varsity basketball, they've had an exciting season. They currently sit at 6-7 on the year. Now on to Soma's bowling team. So the bowling season is over. It ended last night, and a few games to recap. On January 16th, Soma's lost to Yorktown, who is the number 1 seed in the playoffs for the bowling league, and they swept us in all 3 games. Somers was able to beat Austining, winning all 3 games on January 22nd, but they all came down to the wire. Very evenly matched teams, but Somers was just better that day, and all games were really close. And then the next day, on January 23rd, it was the start of the playoffs. We just happened to play Austining again. This is the 7th place game. Somers was 7th seed. Austining was the 8th, and the winner came in 7th place, and Ossining started off strong after being swept the day before by Somers winning that first game, but Somers battled back, winning the next 2 games, and comes in 7th in the bowling league. And our final record is 33 points and 44 points lost.
And Somers, Winter Track had their league championships recently. The boys and girls are 2025 Winter League champions of League 2C. The boys team won by 27 points.
And tomorrow at 8:00 p.m. Eastern Time, if you want to go see the new episode of the Somer Sports Broadcasting Club, you can. It will be available, I'll say it again, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday night.
And it will be premiering then, so tune in. Go. The notifications are on, and yeah, appreciate if you watch. And yeah, so let's just take a look at this first half. We started off by an 8-minute drive by the Commanders, not able to get anything done. Eventually going to a field goal, and then the Eagles, 18 seconds it took them to get down the field, with Saquon Barkley for a touchdown, 7-3. And then the Eagles went up again, got the ball back, made it 14-3. It was a 14-6 game. And then the Commanders were able to hold the Eagles. The Commanders got down the field for a touchdown, making it a 2-point game, as they were not able to get the extra point. And then after that, it was the Eagles who were able to answer back, getting for the touchdown. They decided to go for 2, and it's no good. But then a fumble on the kickoff. Eagles recover, get it in for a quick touchdown. So the Eagles are up 27-12 with a minute left. Commanders are able to get down the field to get a quick field goal, and it's 27-15 at halftime. What are your thoughts on the first half, Brandon?
It's a good first half for the Eagles. Not so hot for the Commanders, though.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't know, just something about the Commanders' clutch factor, their ability to come back with Jaden Daniels. I think that's what's really going to make this game at the end. Fourth quarter, the Commanders could be down by maybe 1 or 2 scores. I feel like the Commanders, that offense and defense can somehow find a way to come back.
Yeah, I think Commanders are still very well in this game, and you can't count them out yet. I think they're gonna make it close. I know the Eagles have the ball. They're probably gonna get something, but if the Commanders' defense is able to hold them off, that's key on this drive for the Commanders. And I think that's the case. It's gonna come down right to the end. If the Eagles are able to pull ahead a bit more, then it's gonna more slowly become the Eagles' game to lose or to win. Yeah. So, what do you guys think was the best play in that first half?
What was it? It was the
Fake Hail Mary.
the what?
Hail Mary?
Fake punt,
Fake,
you mean?
I'm sorry.
fake
Oh my
punt?
gosh,
The
what am I
fake
talking
Hail
about?
Mary?
I'm talking about fourth quarter. The fake punt.
No, I was thinking the fumble that was forced by the Eagles, because that resulted in a touchdown, I believe.
Yeah.
So
I think it was the
that.
fake
I think that
punt.
was their second touchdown.
Yeah, I agree with Philip here. It's gotta be the fake Hail Mary. No, fake.
Fake Hail
I'm
Mary?
thinking.
Now you're confusing me. The fake punt, and those are hard to pull off. And the fact that Way was able to throw it, find an open receiver there, just very impressive. And I just think that's the best play so far. And who's the most impressive player in this first half?
Probably Saquon Barkley with tons of rushing yards and two touchdowns.
Yeah, on the stat sheet on the screen said 3 rushing attempts and 2 touchdowns. That was towards the beginning, just to start off.
Yeah.
Before that, it was 2 rushing attempts and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
But yeah, I gotta say Saquon. Another player I'll throw in there. Terry McLaurin's been key for the Commanders, but yeah, it's Saquon Barkley. No surprise there, especially with that score. And what are some players to look out for in the second half? Players that have not done, think much yet.
I feel maybe Austin Eckler or Brian Robinson. I know they had a couple good carries, but I feel like they're being stuffed at the line of scrimmage. I think they could have some good 20, 30-yard runs. I think they could definitely help on this side. Also, Marshawn Lattimore, I think maybe he can get an interception. His ability just to stay on that receiver, maybe he could stay on A.J. Brown who's the receiver's name? A.J. Brown.
Devontae Smith.
Devontae Smith. I'm a little confused. I think if he just stays on them, he could definitely get a pick.
Yeah, I was gonna say Brian Robinson Jr. as well. I have a little higher expectation for him than what he's been doing so far this game. So hopefully he picks it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna say one key name, and he's been doing a bit, but I think he could be playing a bit better. I think he will in the second half. Jalen Hurts, he's been able to get the ball down the field, but I feel like they've been relying a lot on Saquon, and they need to rely a bit more on their QB, and I think that would help the Eagles out a bunch. Also, another group to look out for, both the Commanders and Eagles defenses. They have great defenses. I know it didn't show that much in the first half, but the Eagles defense is able to hold off the Commanders. The Commanders have a good defense, if you remember in the beginning, like throughout the season, and a defense that you shouldn't give up on so easily. So we'll see. Their defense is also something just to look out for. But what's something in tonight's game that you've noticed a lot?
Notice Eagles, like have you just said, they're very reliant on the run. Haven't really been putting into too much faith in that quarterback, like you said. I feel like if they start to rely more, trust, if Nick Sirianni could trust his quarterback to throw more, and, maybe stop relying on Saquon so much, I think they could be a pretty good. I think that's what it's.
Yeah. Besides that, there's not something I'm seeing too much of.
Something else I'm not seeing too much of. I'm not seeing a lot of Commanders run. Like, I've seen some pretty good Jaden Daniels runs. We saw that one earlier towards the end of the second half. I saw that run by him, but, not really too much of the run game. Not really too much of anything going good for the Commanders too well. But they still have been able to put up 15 points, so they could probably do some more later on.
Yeah, and I'm going to be focusing more on the Commanders, the offensive side of thing. I've noticed a lot of, short passes, not airing out the ball that much, and I think the Commanders are really good when they're doing that, and when they've done that, they've been able to succeed, and I think they just need to do that more, and we'll see if they're able to do that, but yeah, I think that's something that would help them tremendously, and a lot of short passes tonight, and that doesn't really help that much, as you see they haven't been doing pretty great with that, but before we head back, what are your predictions for the second half?
Eagles domination.
What's your final score?
Right now we're at 27-15. I think the Eagles are going to get up to 42, in the 40s, not 42. Eagles around the 40s and Commanders maybe mid-20s.
Yeah, maybe. I think that if the Commanders, depending what Dan Quinn was doing in that locker room, I do think that the Commanders could try to come off and bring back a pretty good comeback, maybe make it a one-score game. But, I don't know. I think it's going to be 35-32. Maybe not too sure which way it'll go, but I do think the Eagles could come out on top.
Yeah, and I think Eagles looking pretty good. I think the Eagles get points in this drive. It's pretty much wraps, but I think the Commanders' defense are going to be able to hold them off. I think the Commanders drive down. They're going to get a touchdown, make it a 27-22 game. Eagles get a field goal, so it's 30-22 heading into the fourth quarter. Eagles get a touchdown, make it 37-32. Is it wraps? I think the Commanders are going to make it a one-score game, making it 37-29. But the Eagles get another touchdown. They're going to take this one 44-29. So, yeah, it's looking pretty good for the Eagles.
The Commanders have kicked off to the Eagles. The Eagles had a short return, but we are already on an injury timeout. As a Eagles player took a pretty hard hit from two players at the same time. So he's getting checked out right now by the trainers.
And
14 He's a receiver, right?
Yeah, number 14 of Gainwell.
Yeah, Chris Gainwell.
The running back, Kenny Gainwell. And you guys see the Eagles win this one, and who do you guys see taking on each other in the Super Bowl if this game would end?
I mean, it's definitely possible, but a little less possible than the other matchup. But I think it's very possible to see Bills and the Eagles in the Super Bowl. Hopefully, and a little bit more of a chance to see the Chiefs and the Eagles in the Super Bowl. But we're hoping for Bills and Eagles here.
Yeah. I hope it's not a Chiefs Eagles. Just another rematch. That game was pretty good, but I don't think it was the best. But I don't know. I'm really hoping for Bills. Maybe Bills Commanders my one, but Bills Eagles in the two.
Yeah, Hurts runs it out of bounds there, and I'm hoping Bills Commanders would be great. Bills Eagles would be great too. Last year they took on each other, and the game was tied at 31. It went into overtime. Last year's game of the year, I'd say for sure. A great game. I'd love to see a rematch of it. And then it was the Eagles who did win it in overtime, and they advanced in that game to 10-1. But then they went on to go 1-5 for the rest of the season. So
that was the time when the Bills were, I think they were 6-5. They went to 6-6, and then they won out the year going 6-6 and winning the division over the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, and the Bills did lose to the Chiefs in the divisional round, but I feel like the Bills, this is a special Bills team. They work together, and I feel confident that the Bills are going to be able to get the Chiefs. However, I think it's going to come down right to the end, and we'll see what happens. But it's 3rd and 19 now. Commanders defense showing up early. Hurts throws Dallas Goedert. That's going to make it 4th down, and the punting unit is going to come on out. And the Commanders defense did exactly what they needed to do on that drive. Commanders, they have a good defense, and what I was saying, they were able to show up there, an impressive start, and that is what they need to do to be able to secure this win. And I think now, Jaden Daniels with the ball, they got to get down the field, switch the momentum, make it a closer game, and they should hopefully eventually get in for the touchdown. And that would make it a good game. Even if they get a field goal, make it a bit closer, but actually, no, they need to get the touchdown here.
I believe that this is the first punt of the game. If not, it is the first for the Eagles. One of the first of the game, definitely. And the Eagles are going to pick up their own punt on the 26-yard line. So that's where the Commanders will get the ball.
So, Commanders come back out, and Jaden Daniels got to find his receivers on this drive. Also use Ryan and Austin Eckler here, but their offensive line also is key on this. If their offensive line is able to hold up, that's going to help the Commanders advance a lot more. Similar to Somers, their offensive line was key to why their team was really good this year, and that is honestly the key part, to be able, the offensive line to be able to protect the quarterback and give him options to be able to get the ball around the offense and down the field. And yeah. Do you guys have any questions you want to do, or I have a few?
I don't really have too much trivia prepared for this.
Yeah, so let's do who are the two teams that have won 5 Super Bowls the second most?
What?
Who would name the two teams that have won 5 Super Bowls the second to most?
Second to most?
Yeah.
Niners, Cowboys?
No. Yes.
So it is.
But and also if the Chiefs win this year, they're gonna join that group. So crazily enough.
Hopefully the Bills can stop them tonight.
I think if the Bills don't win this game, then the Chiefs are gonna win and three-peat, something that the Patriots never done. So
I have another question for you guys.
Yeah.
Which is the only team to go undefeated through the regular season and win the Super Bowl?
Dolphins.
Yeah.
Yes.
So 72 or
The 72 Dolphins. Yep.
And I got a question for you. What is the 2 teams that have gone winless in a season?
Ooh.
The Browns and the Lions.
Yes, actually, there's been 3.
Browns,
Lions are 2 of them.
What's what's AFC or NFC?
The third one's NFC, and it was back when there was 14 games, not 16.
NFC. Not the Giants.
It's. I'll give you. I can't give any hints without giving it away.
It's probably the Cowboys then.
They were in the playoffs this year. It was not the Cowboys.
Okay, well they weren't in the playoffs this year.
Yeah.
Playoffs this year.
Bengals didn't make it.
NFC.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not the Packers. Definitely not the
Commanders.
Packers. No.
Well, they made the playoffs this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Who's also?
And they're eliminated.
Oh, Vikings.
Vikings.
Wait.
Nope.
No. Rams. No.
No.
Definitely not the Rams. Bucks.
Yes.
The Bucks have went 0-14.
Yeah. Like back. When,
Oh.
But a bad sack. They get to Jaden Daniels. That's gonna be a sack. Not able to.
Loss of 10 yards at least.
That's not good as the Eagles' defense. The defenses are showing up in this third quarter now. That is not what you want to see as these teams are getting started in the third quarter. Davis goes right on to Jaden Daniels. Finds Jaden Daniels. The O-line not showing up, and that's what they need to happen. Yeah, lost to 10. 3rd and 20 yards. Back to throw. And a short pass. You need to get a little bit more of a short, but that's going to make it 4th down. They're going to punt it away. Yeah, they're not going to keep it with this bad field position. Maybe a fake punt, but they've already done that once. The Eagles are now a little bit on guard, expecting that to happen. They're probably not going to do that again. And now the Eagles are going to get the ball back, and that is not what we needed to see from the Commanders. So now, Way is going to punt it away. Yes, he is going to punt it away. Finds number 33 of the Eagles, who is going to return it.
Ball's going to be at about the 39, 38 yard line of the Eagles. That's where they will get it from. Good field position for them. Now, Philip, I have some more questions prepared. Ben, you can answer 2 from over there. Who was the first player drafted in the inaugural NFL draft in 1936?
Oh.
What?
Yeah.
You want to give us a few options?
We'll skip that one.
Yeah.
This should be really easy. What is the name of the trophy awarded to the Super Bowl champion?
Lombardi Trophy.
Oh, you got it. I think a lot of people would get that one.
Yeah.
We'll be back here shortly once we return from the break.
And I got a question. Who has won? Who are the 3 drivers that have won the most NASCAR championships?
Chase Elliott, one of them?
Nope.
No, he's not. Okay,
Who has won the most ever? Here.
it's not current.
Oh, Max. Oh, no, I don't know.
Were you gonna say Max Verstappen?
I don't know. I was thinking, I don't know all the
Verstappen
time.
from F1.
Yeah.
I don't know any cars. Like any cars.
Oh, I don't know. I don't really know the history.
Yeah.
Is
It's Richard Petty, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and then there's one more driver
yeah.
that drove number 48
I
and
don't
used to
know.
drive the Lowe's car.
the Lowe's car?
Lowe's
The Lowe's has a car?
They used to.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
And his first name is Jimmy, and he has the same name as the Cowboys' old coach.
Jimmy McCarthy?
No, the Cowboys' old coach, like back in the
Oh,
90s.
Jimmy. I never knew his
Jimmy
name.
G, Jimmy Garoppolo? I don't know.
Oh,
Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson. Yeah.
Yeah.
I should
But
definitely.
now here's one that you guys may be able to get, at least Brandon. Who has the most championships out of the current
out of all the current drivers in the league.
Is it Chase Elliott?
No.
No, Logano.
Yes. Joey Logano has won 3. I don't know how he won this year. He just got really lucky in the playoffs, and really was not the best driver, but that's all you need. You need to win these certain races, and that's exactly what he did. But we're back now. It's 1st and 10, Eagles with the ball. Eagles have the ball back. Back to throw now, Hurts. And caught by A.J. Brown. It looks like the momentum is back on the Eagles' side as they're getting down the field.
Gets a first down and a few more yards.
If the Eagles get a touchdown here, you can call it a put-away drive, as the Madden announcers say. But first down, he finds A.J. Brown there, and yeah. Now by around the 40-yard line, 45, say like 42-yard line, Dawson movement, going to the other side. Fake handoff to Saquon. Short lateral to Dallas Gollert.
Got about maybe 7 yards there.
So that is going to make it 2nd down.
Who's that guy?
And
Who's that tight end?
who?
I don't know who that 0-0 is.
So 2nd and 3 now. Got Jalen Hurts, Saquon, Dawson movement again. Back to throw. Hurts looks to be throwing left. Finds
Wide
Gollert
open.
again.
That is
Goddard.
Oh,
Wide.
wow.
And the Eagles, it's looking more and more now that they're going to be going back to the Super Bowl. This would be their 3rd Super Bowl in 7 years and 2nd in 3 years.
Eagles in the red zone now. The 9-yard line. 1st and goal. Barkley lined up with Jalen Hurts.
Hurts back to throw. Decides to keep the ball going to the 5. Touchdown. Touchdown Eagles, folks.
Nice move there. Saquon Barkley went straight through the line to block somebody so Hurts could get through.
And Jalen Hurts' celebration was really bad. Gritty. Or what? Wait, what was that?
It was, so Hurts. So let's just recap the play. So Hurts gets it. He keeps it. Finds the opening. And slides right in there for the touchdown. And now Jake Elliott's on for the extra point. This is going to make it a 21-point game. Yes, a 19-point game. Something didn't sound right about that. It's up. It's good. So 34-15 is your score. The Commanders got a score here on this next drive to be able to have a chance in this game, but it's looking pretty good for the Eagles at this point. And yeah, that's what we did not want to see for those of you wanting the Commanders to win, which is basically everyone except the people that live in Philadelphia. So, yeah. Let's get to some more questions. Do you guys have any? Sure.
Brandon, why don't you look some up?
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Alright, let's do one. Who was the quarterback of the Buffalo Bills that led them to 4 Super Bowls?
Jim
And
Kelly?
yes.
Sorry, I knew that off the top of my head.
Yeah, I was gonna let
said
Brandon
quarterback.
guess it.
You said
I wasn't
quarterback.
going to guess it.
Okay. Let's do. Who was the Patriots quarterback before Tom Brady replaced him in
I
2001?
know this because I remember. I don't know I forgot the name, but I remember he got hurt, so they put Brady in.
Yeah, I remember hearing that story.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
He was also on the Bills at one point.
I'm allowed to have the first letter of the first name or no?
D.
D. I know this because I remember. Am I allowed to have the initials? Or might give it away probably.
I don't think it will. B is his last initial. So.
Ooh.
Yeah, this guy. So basically, it got injured week 2. Tom Brady came in, led them to a 11-win season, and then the AFC Championship game, Brady goes down, and and the guy that you guys are trying to guess came back and led them to the Super Bowl, and then Belichick decides to put Brady in for the Super Bowl, and then they win the Super Bowl, and the rest is history.
Wait, what team? Am I allowed to know? Team? If he was on the Bills, I think I know.
It was the Bills and Patriots.
He went to the Bills afterwards. I think he went other teams too.
Drew Bledsoe.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Drew Bledsoe.
No way.
And who was the name of the Patriots' backup QB during Super Bowl that went to the 49ers afterwards?
Oh, Jimmy G?
Yes, Jimmy Garoppolo. Now let's do what? I'm trying to think. Got some good ones.
I got one.
You got one? Okay.
I do. Which NFL team has never appeared in the Super Bowl? There are multiple answers you could give here.
The Browns, the Lions,
Just
and
list them all. Go ahead.
Bills. Wait, appeared or been?
Appeared.
Oh.
Appeared in the Super Bowl.
Oh. Browns.
I'll let you do that. Figure out the other one.
Sorry.
There's
Browns,
two more.
Lions. AFC or NFC? Do you know that or
No, I don't even know.
not? Okay.
3 in the AFC. So 2.
Jags?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
One more?
It's one more.
Benny, can you tell me what division? If you know
Or give it away, probably.
that. Or not division, like AFC or NFC?
AFC.
AFC. Alright, let's go.
And they made the playoffs this year.
This
In the AFC.
year.
Yeah. So
No, that's NFC. Right there, no, let's go.
So Jaden Daniels back to throw. And he's going to find Brown, number 2 of Brown again, down around the 40-yard line. Exactly what the Commanders needed to do there. That is going to make it 1st and 10 for the Eagles, for the Commanders. Yes.
Was it? You said
Texas. I didn't.
Yeah,
I was
Texans.
going to say Broncos, but then I realized, wait, what?
Yeah.
Broncos have won.
Yeah,
Both
so
of them.
Broncos have won. Yeah,
All the
Do we-
accepted answers for that question would be Lions, Browns, Texans, and the Jaguars.
So Daniels hands it off to Robinson. And Robinson's going to get about 7 yards there. That's going to make it 2nd down around the 50-yard line. And Commanders, a bit of movement on this drive. Now Jalen Carter having a hard time getting up for the Eagles. And see he's okay. Let's take a look at the Eagles inactive. So we have Britton Covey, the wide receiver. Pretty good. He's been pretty good for the Eagles lately, but inactive there. Inactive in this game. We also have Lee Waven Clark, the offensive tackle. Brandon Graham. We have Byron Young, Ben Van Suman, and James Bradbury. Those are your inactive Eagles there. James Bradbury and Covey are pretty big losses for the Eagles. Not too big, but noticeable names. Now on the Commander side of things, Noah Brown is going to be out for this game. The player that caught that Hail Mary catch in that game, that Jaden Daniels Hail Mary catch, and won it against the Bears. The Bears went on to lose the next 10 games. Luckily, they had some happiness at the end of the season where they were able to beat. What team did the Bears beat in Week 18?
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. What was the question?
What team did the Bears beat after losing 10 games in a row in Week
Packers.
18? Yes.
Off the field goal?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was great to see it.
That was funny.
As someone who's always like the Bears. And then we have Noel Pollard, Jordan Maggie, and Tyler Owens, and Austin Thibert, the kicker. Those are your inactives for today for the Commanders.
Oh, that's why, because I knew that the kicker, I never heard the name before.
Yeah.
Because it was Austin Siebert. Because I
Yeah,
remember I had him in
Siebert.
fantasy. He was actually decent before he got hurt.
And he's been in it before. I feel like Colbert, whatever the guy's name is, he has been in it before, but yeah, it's this guy's in instead. And let's see, who is the kicker for the Bengals?
Evan McPherson.
Yes. And when was the last time the Bengals appeared in the Super Bowl?
2021 against the Rams.
And what Super Bowl number is that?
56.
Yes, 56.
Yeah, I don't know.
Alright, so now let's take a look. The Chiefs have made it to the last two okay. So, the Chiefs have made it to the last two Super Bowls, have won the last two Super Bowls. Who was the last team to win two Super Bowls in a row before that?
Patriots?
Yes.
Patriots.
Yes.
I mean, that was...
But we're back now.
Panthers.
Yeah,
Just letting you know.
The Panthers, yes. Jaden Daniel back to throw. Finds Zach Ertz. And that's what you need to do to get down the field. Told you that's what will work. And it's going to be caught by Zach Ertz. First down around the 30-yard line. Commanders not giving up yet as they're down pretty big by 19 right now. But still very much in this game. And the Commanders are going to see if they're able to keep doing this. They're going to possibly be putting up some points here. So, first and 10, around the 30-yard line, Jaden Daniels. There we have movement from number 87. Hands it off to Brian Robinson, and I'm going to gain a few yards there. So that's going to make it second down. And movement, the Eagles, Commanders, getting the ball down the field, and I think if they get a touchdown here, they're back in this. They're 3 touchdowns away by making it. They could make it a 3-point lead with 3 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion. So let's see. So Daniels is gonna throw it to number 14 of. Number 14, what's his name? I know the guy. Zacchaeus, yes. And Zacchaeus is going to get the first down. So first and 10 at the 20. 6:29 left in the third quarter.
In the red zone. 19-yard line.
Back to throw. Daniels decides to keep it. There goes Daniels, and it's going to be down around the 12-yard line. Going to make it second down. So second and 3 for the Commanders. And we're getting right down. We can see, probably could see a Jaden Daniel. Could probably keep it, run it in. Same with what Jalen Hurts did. There's a lot of choices here about the same spot. There's a lot of choices you could do here. Looks like Terry McLaurin may find his way open, but he's going to hand it off to Brian Robinson Jr., and it's going to go nowhere as the Eagles' defense able to get to him. That is going to make it 3rd and 2 or 3. 3rd and 1, so yeah. Do you guys think that Commanders are going to get this?
Yeah, I think they'll get this.
They gotta get this.
I think they're going to get a touchdown here. But I don't know if it's really going to matter. Because the Eagles are so hot right now.
There goes Jaden Daniels, walks it in. Just like they predicted, it's a touchdown. And folks, we are back to a 13-point game. And wonder if they decide to go for 2 here. Get the 2, and then they go for 2 again, making it a 3-point game. So Daniels is going to run it in and get the touchdown. So 5:01 left in the third quarter. As now they are going to line it up for the 2-point conversion, just as predicted. So Daniels' movement, Zach Ertz hands it off to. He decides to keep it, and it's going to be caught for the 2-point conversion by none other than Zacchaeus, yes.
11-point game in the third.
And Zacchaeus gets it in. 34-23 is your score. Commanders not out of it just yet, and we will be right back in a moment. Alright, and we're back. We got a 2-score game now at 11 points, and now going to be the Eagles' ball again. This is where the Commanders' defense, once again, needs to step up. Able to do it the first drive of the game. We'll see if they're able to do it again, as they did allow the Eagles to get in the end zone in the second drive. But kick is off and taken in by the Eagles. Going, and we out of bounds around. See where they mark it.
I believe that's going to be the 30-yard line, right around there.
So out comes Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles, and they gotta get down the field here. They gotta get down the field, and if they want to seal this one, the Commanders' defense has to show up for them to stay into this game. So, back in formation, movement, Devontae Smith. Hurts hands it off to Saquon. There goes Saquon. Gains about 5 yards there. That's going to make it second down. So second down for the Eagles. Saquon finds room and gains about 5 there. So 2nd and 5 now for the Eagles. Hurts back to throw. Going.
Oh, we almost tripped.
Going. Commanders defense on him. And
Yes.
they're going to throw it out of bounds. That's going to make it 3rd down. One more down. And
Third and manageable. The smart move there was to throw the ball away once he slipped. And he was forced to run backwards. But he had Smith open. And I guess he didn't want to pull the trigger.
So that is going to make it 3rd and 5 as the Eagles line back up. And back up on the outside. Brown and Dawson on the other side. Hurts back to throw, finds Devontae Smith, first down.
Ooh.
And gains more. So first down for the Eagles. Eventually stopped by Marshawn Lattimore, Commanders defense. So let's look at that one more time. So Hurts throws, finds Devontae Smith, gets around Martin, and runs it, gets it for the first down and more. So Eagles line back up now. Back to throw. Finds Colbert. Going and gonna be down around the yellow first down line. Did he get in for the first down again? Let's see. Yeah, so it's gonna be 1st and 10. They get the first down.
I think a touchdown here just solidifies the win for the Eagles.
So Hurts going back.
Ooh.
Hurts throwing out of bounds.
Throws away again. Hurts is throwing the ball out of bounds because of pressure twice this drive. Making him 18 for 26.
He's over 220 passing for the 4th.
So that is going to make it 2nd and 10 now. Hurts and the Eagles line back up. Hurts has been sacked twice today so far. 28 dropbacks. Line back up. That's him under pressure. See what they do here. They're currently at the 42-yard line. Hands it off to Saquon. There goes Saquon. Past the 40 and down around the 37. So 3rd down for the Eagles now. As if they're able to hold the Eagles to a field goal, it's now a 14-point game. So 3rd and 5 for the Eagles.
3rd and 5. Tries to hand it off to Saquon. Hard to tell what happened there.
Immediately met with the blitz.
Yeah. And that's going to make it 4th down. Lulu just comes out.
Just able to sneak right in between the line. And, yeah.
So now it's going to be 4th and 8, and they're going to punt it. And the Commanders are going to get the ball back. So after all, they are able to hold off the Eagles, as Commanders will be getting the ball back. So, punting it away, number 10, the punter of Man, and goes back in the end zone for... Don't tell me, did the Commanders touch that? They may be starting at the 2. I don't know what happened there. No, they're just trying to get it out. I don't know what happened there, but looks like they'll count as a touchback. We'll see what they mark it.
No, that won't be a touchback.
It won't be? Oh, yeah.
No. Definitely not.
Commanders. Yeah, so that's gonna be pretty bad field position for the Commanders now, and yeah, so
I love seeing it. NFL on Fox and 7 times
yeah.
Super Bowl champion.
So NFL
Yeah, well.
Fox Super Bowl champion. 2 pretty cool jobs, especially the second one. So
Oh, that was on 20.
yeah, so it was gonna be a touchback. Yeah, so
So they did rule it a touchback.
yeah, I thought they did. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 20. Jaden Daniels needs to get the ball down the field here. Back to throw. Daniels caught by Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz is someone also that's been key, and he loses it.
He was down already.
Yeah, he was
already
He
down.
was down.
Zach Ertz has been doing. I think he's doing pretty good actually this game.
Yeah, he's good. He's
I do also believe that the ground caused that fumble as well. So
yes. Yeah, he's got it. So 1st and 10. Back to throw. Oh,
Incomplete.
Incomplete.
Yeah,
was that deflected off a helmet or a hand?
Let's see if they're gonna show the replay.
Might have been off a helmet.
But looks like they're not gonna show the replay, as it's 2nd and 10 now. The Commanders are driving down the field, making this a close game. They're trying to make this a close game again. So, lining back up Jaden Daniels in the Commanders' offense. Back to throw. Daniels. And going to be dropped by Ertz.
Ertz dropped a pass that would have given them great position to get the 1st down, but now it's going to be 3rd and 10.
And that is unfortunate for the Commanders, and now they are on a 3rd down where they must show up here to get the 1st down, as this would really help shift the momentum, at least getting them into field goal range to possibly make it a 1-score game. So Daniels' offense back out there. They are still a bit away from the field goal range, but back out there now. Back to throw. Daniels finds Zach Ertz, who gets it. A catch, number 32 of Blankenship on him, but is able to hold on to get the 1st down.
Yeah, redeeming himself for that last drop that he just had. Pretty good.
And this drive has been all Zach Ertz, basically. So, movement. There goes McLaurin. Movement on the side.
30 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
And it's going to be caught
it's a
and
fumble.
dropped. Fumble!
This could seal it.
Fumble, and it looks like the Eagles...
Wow.
Yes, the Eagles have taken possession
The Eagles.
at the 50-yard line.
Yes, the Eagles did.
Wow.
That is what their defense needed to do. I told you it would come down to defense, and you just saw that there. Now the Eagles have that very good field position.
Referees are coming down
Seeing
to
if it was a
discuss
catch.
here just to make sure that it was indeed a catch.
Oh,
Yeah, he had.
But it was a catch. He had that,
got up
and it was punched out.
Yeah.
Yeah, number 12. Amazing job by the defense, just punching that out.
And what a shame for the Commanders, as that a great break for the Eagles. So now it's 1st and 10.
It's not over yet,
the
though.
Eagles.
If they could stop this and get 2 touchdowns, probably have a chance. But you don't even know.
It's looking pretty good for the Eagles now, and yeah. So Eckler a little pissed about that. Eagles hyped. It's 1st and 10 for them now.
Who fumbled that?
Eckler fumbled that, and yeah. So Hurts back on offense. 34-23 is your score. Probably gonna let tick down to the end of the 3rd quarter. Finds A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown going and down around the 30-yard line, goes out of bounds, and
No, the clock kept ticking, but yeah,
yeah,
he did
actually,
go out of bounds, so that should be stopping.
So I guess well, that's
I
gonna
guess he
do it
didn't.
for the 3rd quarter. I guess he did not go out of
I
bounds.
guess he was not ruled out of bounds.
Looked like he did, but that's it for the end of the 3rd quarter. We will be right back in a moment after a commercial break. Watch the Soma Sports Broadcast, where we break down the world of sports,
Back, he throws. There's 2 defenders on the tight end.
interview guests. Here with Coach Packard, who will be interviewing today. Predict upcoming sport games. To win it 26-23, the Chargers win. Debate sports. Who is the best NFL team of all time?
The Cowboys have won 5 Super Bowl titles.
The Patriots, one of the best teams.
Discuss our opinions on the latest in the world of sports. Alex Bowman. I think he could make it far. He's been impressive. And much more.
A fumble. This could be game.
I'm with
Nicky Duffy.
Team Palzall.
I would definitely say DP, Dean Palzolo. He definitely had a great game.
Just a Hail Mary. Will he get it? Bounces off the Bears defenders. Touchdown.
When I first joined last year, you wanted me long distance, but then you threw it.
And I think by now we've really proved that we are the most dominant team in Section 1.
It's going to be a pick. Picked off by Miguel Iglesias, and he's going back.
Watch our weekly talk show episodes of the Soma Sports Broadcast. You could find them on YouTube and Spotify. And welcome back as we get ready for the 4th quarter. Looking at the turnovers, Commanders have had 3, Eagles had 0, and those turnovers have been key for the Eagles today. And they're now 15 minutes away from finding out who's going to go to the Super Bowl. It's looking more and more like it's going to be the Eagles here. And Eagles a team that they started off a little rusty after a rough end to the last season, going 1-5, 1-6, losing the Buccaneers in the wild card round last year. This year they start off 2-2 after a blowout loss to the Buccaneers. Since then, they go on to win 10, while only losing to the Commanders, and they go on to make the playoffs, going 14-3, and cruise all the way to NFC Championship game, and
14 minutes away from heading to the Super Bowl. So Hurts is going to hand it off to Saquon Barkley, who takes it to the 10, to the 5, and down around the 2.
Yeah, Saquon's looking a little upset that he didn't get in there, hitting his legs. But 1st and goal for the Eagles. They're probably going to get this.
And the Eagles in the Super Bowl, that will mean it was going to either be Eagles, Chiefs, or Eagles. They're going to tush push it here.
Tush push formation.
Shocked. Never seen this from the Eagles before.
They are not going to get it. It looks like they're going to gain 1 yard. It's going to be
still gonna have
2nd and goal from the 1. But there is a flag down.
Yep.
So this could affect this.
See what the flag is.
defense.
It's on the defense.
That's going to
Yeah.
give it half.
So that'll give half the distance.
Half the distance for the Eagles as they line back
They
up.
might as well just go for another tush push.
Yeah,
Since they're half a yard away.
I'm sure they will. And that looks to be exactly what they're doing. Going for the tush push.
Oh.
Fumble? No.
It looks like it could have been
Yeah, could have been a fumble.
offsides on the...
No flag.
Maybe. Unless that was just some good timing.
That was probably great timing.
Yeah, that's some great timing. He just jumped right over everybody.
So now 2nd and goal, and
They just keep going. They probably just keep going for it, honestly.
they're going to just keep doing tush pushes. Maybe
That'd be
figure
so
out
funny.
how they're expecting tush pushes.
And
Maybe.
they're gonna keep doing it.
How about Hurts just runs it back and throws it? And
Oh, there we
A
go. That's what
flag.
they're...
That's offsides.
Offsides on the Commanders. I think they lined up the tush push, anticipating the offsides from the Commanders. So, and they got it there.
Jumped over it.
Wasn't even.
Wow.
Didn't even
Goes right onto Jalen Hurts.
Yeah,
Jumped
tramples
over.
the center. Wow.
he wasn't even the first to go.
And that is gonna make
So number 4, Luvu, from the Commanders, jumping over the line of scrimmage, flying onto Jalen Hurts.
And now that's gonna be 2nd and goal with 12:52 left.
They're still trying to go for the tush push here. And it's going to be another
He
offsides.
just keeps doing
But
it.
Luvu, he's going to keep doing this. Because they really can't get any closer to the goal line.
So it's gonna be on Luvu. And
Again.
It's so funny.
Even the ref talking to him's laughing. I think he's just going to keep doing that until...
Just take him out.
was timed as a backflip basically over, or not a back, or some type of flip over.
Jalen Hurts was ready that time. He was out of the way real fast.
Yeah. So 2nd and goal now.
He's taking another step
Tell me
back
he does
this
it again.
time.
Tell me he does it again.
He's gonna do it again.
He's going to do it again.
He's getting in formation. There he goes.
Oh.
I'm trying to trick it up. Maybe he's not gonna do it. 17, 16.
Oh
my god. Someone else.
This is
Someone on the
penalties.
the defensive line fell. Oh, it looks
What
like.
is
Yeah,
this
number.
is the weirdest drive I think I've ever
So, it's still 2nd and goal here.
It's gonna get closer now.
seen. Oh, look, see?
Yeah, number 99 on the
Yeah,
Commanders.
then they have to do it twice.
I don't think it was on 99. I think it was on 95, actually.
About,
Yeah, it was
let's
definitely.
see. 95.
99 did go over the
Newton.
line, but he wasn't called for it.
Yeah.
It was 95 that got...
No,
number
they're
93.
both wrong.
Richmond?
Jonathan Allen.
Jonathan Allen for Richmond.
So,
Everyone's here.
alright, so Philip will be leaving us.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm sorry, but this looks like the Eagles are gonna make the Super Bowl, depending on what what happened here. All on this touchdown depends. So thank you everybody for having me.
Let's walk you down.
All right, so the Eagles are going to line up here inches away from the goal line. Luvu And no jump from Luvu, but the tush push will be successful. Jalen Hurts pushed over the line for a touchdown. The Eagles are going to take a 40-23 lead. And that's what pretty much going to put this game away and almost is going to ensure that the Eagles will go to the Super Bowl, as the clock is at 12 seconds and is going to tick down now. Eagles are 12 minutes away from going to the Super Bowl. All right, extra point attempt for Jake Elliott here. Snap. Kick is up. And the kick is good. So the Eagles will have a 41-23 lead with 12 minutes left in the fourth quarter as we head to another commercial break. We'll be back soon.
And we're off. Jake Elliott's gonna kick it back off, and it's gonna be Commanders starting. The Commanders are down pretty bad right now. It's basically an 18-point game, but if the Commanders are able to do the unthinkable like the Patriots did on Dan Quinn's Falcons in the Super Bowl, maybe, but it's looking pretty much unlikely at this point. Eagles are up big, looking to be heading back to the Super Bowl, and A.J. Brown looks pretty calm, not really that ecstatic on the sideline, but Jaden Daniels back to throw, throws it, and just is going to throw it out of bounds. Do you want to do color?
So 2nd and 10 coming up. Jaden Daniels was getting some pressure. He was running back. He didn't want that to get out of hand and risk losing a bunch of yards, so he did just throw it away.
So that's going to make it 2nd and 10 now as they come back out there. And Jaden Daniels, as it looks more and more like the season's coming to end. Just what an impressive season by him. The Commanders, no one ever even thought it up of the Commanders being in the playoffs, none of less the NFC Championship game, and it's just very good coaching job from all around. Jaden Daniels, Dan Quinn, just this whole team came together to play. They won something, and I think next year they could possibly be the number 1 seed in the NFC. That's an early prediction I have. But Jaden Daniels back to throw, and attempted throw to Zach Ertz. This time it's going to be incomplete, making it 3rd and 10. And yeah.
Looked to be over his head there, but he was wide open, so there should have been no reason Jaden Daniels wasn't able to hit him, except for the little bit of pressure he had. Well, he still had enough time to make a good throw.
So 3rd and 10 now for the Eagles. Line back up. 3rd and 10, 12-14 left. Back to throw. Throws it to number 80, Crowder. And goes nowhere there. That's going to make it 4th down. And the punting unit, actually, they're probably going to go for it.
Yeah, they're going to go for it. This is it. This is probably the last chance they have to actually keep this game close.
Yeah, they're going for it.
So they need to go for this here. It's going to be 4th down, 4th and 6. And maybe a fake punt would have happened, but I don't know if the Eagles would fall for that twice in the same game. But Jaden Daniels still out there. They're 3 for 3 on 4th down conversions tonight.
Daniels back to throw. Finds Ertz, who gets it for the 1st down.
Yes, he does. Ertz gets it. 1st down, just past the Commanders' own 40-yard line. The 42 to be exact.
So, lining back up now. Daniels back to throw. To Crowder, and that's going to be touched, but incomplete, and that's going to make it 2nd and 10 once again. So 2nd and 10 now for the Commanders. Trying to get something here. Never know if Jaden Daniels is able to pull the miracle. I don't know what to say. It'd be very impressive. So line back up now. Daniels hands it off to Eckler. Going on to Eckler, Carter, and Vaughn. And that's going to make it 3rd down again. The Eagles' defense has been key in the second half for the Eagles. As you see again right there. As it's now 3rd and 12. Commanders got to come up with something here on these next 2 plays. Something big. They got to throw it deep at this point. Daniels back to throw. And
almost picked off.
Wound up almost being picked off. Thrown to Luke McCaffrey, and Luke McCaffrey is wide receiver brother Christian McCaffrey. Someone who could be a star in the future, I could see maybe. Especially on this Commanders team. That's just going to get better.
And wow, the Commanders are going to stay out and try another 4th down conversion, trying to make it 5 for 5 on the night. But it is 4th and 12. They have a big distance to go for 4th down. Can they do it?
So Jaden Daniels back to throw. Eagles get on to him and doesn't give him a chance to throw.
He's sacked. The Eagles are going to get the ball back deep in Commanders' territory. The Eagles will at least get a field goal out of this. Most likely another touchdown. And they're going to eat up the clock.
Yeah, the Eagles got right on to Jaden Daniels, and yeah, the Eagles are going to... That basically, if it wasn't already sealed for the Eagles, that is going to seal it, and
it looks like the underdogs are going to be eliminated in this game. My underdogs are the 4 teams left. And then, so Eagles, Bills, Eagles, Chiefs. It's looking like that's going to be Super Bowl 59, either one of those two. But Eagles are back in the Super Bowl. A team that came into the season doubted. They thought Eagles were just going to regress after what we saw at the end of last season. But they proved everyone wrong, especially after Week 4. When they did not start off the best, they proved everyone wrong, went on to win 10 in a row, and these Eagles are now look to be most likely heading back to the Super Bowl.
Smith picking up with a nice pickup there after the pitch from Jalen Hurts. It's going to be 2nd and 4, I believe. All Eagles just about to the red zone, just before it.
And yeah, so come back out here 2nd and 4 now. Second and 4, play clock running down, hands it off to Saquon Barkley, who's just going to want to end. Now what the Eagles are going to focus on is they got multiple score lead. They're just going to focus on running out the clock as it goes down to 3rd down, but they're just going to focus on running out the clock. If they don't get this, they'll probably add a field goal. At least they got some clock time down, and yeah, that would make it field goal would make it a 21-point game, so it's pretty much done either way.
So 3rd and 4 for Jalen Hurts and his offense here. They're 50% on 3rd down conversions.
So Eagles line back up. Back to throw. Hurts. It's going to be almost caught incomplete. Interesting, they decided to throw it there, and there's a flag.
That's going to be pass interference. Goddard's arm was held back for most of the time. Yeah. Pretty much as soon as the ball was in the air, his arm was being held back.
It's going to be touched, but...
So pass interference on number 11, Jeremy Chin, and that's going to give the Eagles a 1st down and great field position in the red zone.
And let's see. We'll see what the Eagles come up here, but we're looking at another touchdown.
So 1st and goal.
Close, yeah. Not close enough for a tush push yet, but they're pretty close.
I think we're going to see maybe another rushing touchdown from Saquon tonight. Right here, probably.
So, Commanders, about 8 penalties. Eagles 4. Commanders' penalties have also affected them a bit today. But Hurts gives it to Galber. And down around the 5-yard line, making it 2nd and about 5. They're still going to focus on winning the ball, I think, and getting the clock time to go down. But
I think perfect time to hand the ball off to Saquon Barkley.
so lining back up. Eagles. Hurts back. Hands it off to Saquon. Touchdown.
And easily for the touchdown. No one to meet him at the line of scrimmage or right before the goal line.
The Philadelphia Eagles are going to be heading back to the Super Bowl. That didn't, if it wasn't sealed before, that will definitely seal it. And the Eagles going back, they were in the Super Bowl 2 years ago, lost to the Chiefs, weren't able to get back last year, but that was a Super Bowl that they very much deserved as much as the Chiefs, and they are going to try to show that this year by trying to win that this year's Super Bowl. Possibly against the Chiefs again as well. So, Elliott's kick is up, and it's going to go in. So, 48-23. That is your score. And coming up on Soma Sports broadcast. We'll be we're gonna be doing a basketball boys varsity basketball game this year. Likely gonna be doing that off of a local live, possibly YouTube, but most likely local live as we figured out how to plug into that without doing OBS through it. So we got varsity boys basketball versus Lakeland on Thursday, and Thursday the 26th. I'm on the wrong week. I don't know why I'm on that week. Hold on, let's just get it up. Yeah, first. So it's at 5:30. Boys varsity basketball versus Panis. Yeah, that sounds more familiar. So we'll take on Panis next week, and we'll be doing that off of local live, maybe YouTube, probably local live. But yeah, we'll be right back in a moment. And welcome back. The Eagles just pulling away at this point, and gonna kick it back off. Commanders are gonna get the ball back, but the Eagles are pretty close. 48 points today, second most in an NFC Championship game. The most were the Panthers back in 2015. I remember that. They got a lot of points. Didn't realize it was that much, but back out are the Commanders. And Eckler is running it, and down around the 35-yard line.
This could be the last drive of the season for the Commanders.
And could be, more like will be, or actually no, could be, because they may have a chance to come back on, but
Comeback is not likely at all.
yeah. Come back, maybe do another drive, but yeah, that would be it. As teams line back up. Now, Daniels finds Terry McLaurin. Now he finds Terry McLaurin for a catch. Took time, but here we go. Let's see if they can get some more offense here. Maybe get a touchdown and on a positive note. But Daniels back to throw. Finds Ertz, who gets the first down. Enough for the first down, as Commanders may be disappointed, but they should be proud of themselves. The fact that they made it this far in the season. Jaden Daniels, the Commanders were predicted to be like a 5, maybe 7 win, top 7 win team this year. But they exceeded that by a lot, and they went 12-5, made the playoffs, made it all the way to the NFC Championship game. Just really impressive. Flag on the play.
It looks like it's going to be offsides, but... And another flag after the play, maybe?
Yeah, those to Hurts there, Daniels. And I wonder if the Eagles may try to get even more points here. We'll see, but I feel like we're going to see the backups come in very soon. Kenny Pickett's still a good quarterback. Maybe we'll get the ball down the field. That is going to make it
1st and 5 now. For the Commanders with that penalty. So back to throw.
And knocked down.
Yeah, knocked out.
By number 93. Milton Williams.
Oh, Williams, yeah. Yeah, 93 just gets to him, Williams, and that is going to make it 2nd and 5 now. Jalen Daniels, I thought, just throw it deep. It's not like you have anything to lose. I guess pick, but really nothing to lose. Finds Chanel, number 14 there, to make it the first down. And yeah, the Eagles, time's just ticking down as the Eagles have been an impressive story. They made Super Bowl 52, decided to move on from Doug Peterson, go with Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts over Wentz, and that really worked out for them well, as now they are close to making their 2nd Super Bowl, and not much more to say, just an impressive one by the Eagles, and hopefully they could add a Super Bowl championship onto that. Well, I don't mean hopefully, but maybe they'll add a Super Bowl championship onto that eventually. So, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Clock ticking down to 6 seconds. Play clock. Hands it off to Eckler. Wanting it. It looks like they're now just focusing on wanting the clock out, as the game is basically over. Cliff Kingsbury still out there. They may not be giving up just yet. So lining back up now, 3rd and 6 for the Commanders. There he goes. Daniels back to throw. Finds Ertz. Who else but Zach Ertz, who gets it for another first down. Zach Ertz goes out of bounds. That is going to stop the clock. Jaden Daniels thrown for 1 touchdown, 255 passing yards. An impressive game by Jaden Daniels, even though they lost. Still very impressive. And now we have a commander down. So as he's helped back up, number 63, and being checked by the medical staff there, Tyler Tyler B. From Wisconsin, helped off the field, number 63. So 5:46 left with the Commanders trying to make it a closer game. And yeah, if you mentioned earlier, the Eagles, 48 points in the NFC Championship game. It's only been the Panthers who have scored more in the NFC Championship at 49 points. And yeah, it's just, I remember that in 2015. They were a hungry team, and then they lost to the Broncos in the Super Bowl. Hopefully, if they're against the Chiefs, hopefully we don't see that repeat. If they're against the Bills, let's see that repeat.
Did he throw a punch?
Looked like it. Daniel's back out there. Zach Ertz has gotten 104 yards. Daniel's back to throw. And throws out of bounds.
Nobody was even over there.
That's going to be incomplete. So incomplete, and Eagles just want to. Both teams just. We'll see if the Commanders are going to try to score games over already.
Jane Daniels, the quick pass. I mean, it doesn't get anywhere. It was to Eckler. Brought down at the line of scrimmage still. Brings up 3rd and 10. I mean, shortly we're going to see the celebration start on the Eagles sideline. as it becomes more and more definite that the Eagles are heading to the Super Bowl. It's 3rd and 10 here. 5 minutes left. Snap. Jane Daniels back to pass.
It goes up.
And I
think it's interception.
Yes,
It's
it was an
incomplete.
interception. Interception in the end zone by the Eagles by number 27. That is going to be Mitchell. Mitchell, number 27. And that's going to be basically it.
That is just fitting.
Wow.
It ends. That's just fitting. That just shows the Eagles. It was the Eagles' defense which basically won this game. Won this game for the Eagles. Just was powered on. Were able to stop the Commanders' offense, only allowing them to score 8 in the second half.
Pass was intended for Terry McLaurin, but he was pushed out of the way, and that allowed for the interception. If he wasn't pushed out of the way, if he was a little further from the defenders, that could have been a touchdown, but it's just not the way it went.
Yep, and
So,
and now back out there is the Eagles' offense. One more time. We're just probably going to see them winning the ball here, maybe. Some throwing, but probably just trying to get the clock out.
yep. Eagles are just, or maybe Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley almost broke away there. No, not Saquon Barkley. That's going to be the backup running back, I believe.
Will
Number
Shrimpley.
20.
Not backup. He's like, they also have Boston Scott and Gainwell still, so 4th string running back gets some yards there.
Is he even on the roster?
Yeah. Wait, who did I just say? Sharpley, right? Number 28 of Will.
That was number 20, I believe.
Yeah, Shipley.
You sure? All right.
He's a running back, so yeah. Let's see. First time out for the Commanders. Why are the Commanders stopping the clock? The game is over.
The Commanders just need to accept it right now. Yeah. They had a great season, amazing season. They went 14-5, but I mean, just how it's gonna end.
Hands it off.
Hands it off again.
And there he goes.
And that's gonna be another.
That's gonna be a record if he's able to hold on, but slowing down around the 2-yard line. They're able to catch up to Shipley. And
I'm not sure what happened there. He grabs the ball. I mean, either he was slowing down on purpose to keep the clock going. Maybe they don't want to score a touchdown, but he got all those yards. But it looked like thought he was going to get caught. So, and Saquon Barkley celebrating on the sidelines with the big play. If I were the Eagles, I mean, yeah, sure, run the clock out, but I mean, you can get the record here for most points scored in an NFC title game, so I would go for that.
Yeah, they gotta go for that. I'm sure. Like most coaches, don't go for that. They just take the knee. But I don't think anyone scored more than 52 points all season as well. So
yeah, they gotta go for that.
Yeah,
and I think they're gonna take a timeout here, but I think the person who deserves that touchdown is Shipley. Getting all those yards, I think he should get the handoff here to break that record.
I do think they should take some more stars out. Like Hurts, you can take him out. Just put it in the backups and you're going to win. Don't risk any injury. But yeah, I think they should get this. And yeah, what a run by Shipley. He should have gotten it in. Oh yeah, Pickett's in.
They did replace Jalen Hurts?
Yep, Pickett is in
all
for
right.
Jalen Hurts now. And it's 1st and goal. Kenny Pickett, number 7. Started a few games. He was also on the Steelers as they line up.
Handoff to Shipley. He's going to get about 2 or 3 yards before being brought down. 2nd and goal.
And if Pickett were to keep the ball, there was no defenders on the left side of the field. He could have probably ran it in for the touchdown, but it's Shipley who gets it about to the 10. And now Saquon looks to be done for the game.
15 rushes, 118 yards is his final stats of the game, but 3 touchdowns, and that's very impressive. At one point, he had 2 rushing attempts for 2 touchdowns in this game. So Hurts to ship.
Right, looks like there's going to be an offsides call against the Commanders. They believe they were across the line of... Oh, it was Louvu again. What a surprise.
Yeah.
What is that? It must be his 5th penalty of the game for offsides.
Yeah, something like that. Offsides,
Yep.
Frankie
Offsides.
Louvu.
Yep.
I'm going to give the Eagles replay on downs, and
I guess he doesn't have much patience to wait for the snap.
it's going to be 2nd and goal now. Louvu.
And the Eagles' general manager has made it down to the sideline.
As they are getting ready to hoist the. Do you know the NFC trophy name?
No, I do not.
It's the George Halas Trophy.
It is.
Yes. As Shipley goes in, touchdown.
Shipley gets the touchdown there.
54 points on the board, the most this season. Lions scored 52 points twice. I think that's the most. That was the most before. The Eagles are going to put up 54 on the Commanders.
Shipley celebrating with Barkley there. So, yes, they have gotten the record now. They have the record now for the most points in an NFC title game.
And that is crazy. I did not see that coming. And good for this Eagles team. This Eagles team, just they fought through so much adversity. A lot of people, they were talking crap. Nick Sirianni, all the fans wanted Nick Sirianni to go, and Nick Sirianni went and proved those haters wrong, helped leading this Eagles team to a 55-point NFC Championship game.
Yes. Jake Elliott's kick is up and good, and it's going to be 55-23 with 3 minutes left.
They're already celebrating with
And
the
the Gatorade has already been dumped.
And it's yellow, it looks like.
And they missed him, mostly.
Yes.
So,
They got him at the end, but mostly missed. And the Eagles, just an impressive performance by the Eagles. It's currently a 32-point game. That's just nuts. Yes. They really showed up in the second half, and Eagles are showing why they deserve to be a Super Bowl team, dismantling this Commanders defense. A Commanders defense who played phenomenal throughout the season. And they're 3 minutes away. They get the ball back. Oh boy, 60 points? That would be nuts.
I mean,
it's not going to happen.
I don't think they would try.
Yeah.
At that point, you might as well just take a few knees.
Yes.
Because the Commanders are pretty much going to have the ball until the 2-minute warning. But we'll see here. Jake Elliott to kick off for the Eagles. And
Touchback.
Commanders will call fair catch in the end zone, so that will be a touchback.
And 3:03 left. Yeah, the Eagles already celebrating the win. They're going to get the George Halas Trophy for the second time in 3 years. And I want to hear from you. 2 possible Super Bowls are the Bills and the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Let's see. If the Eagles play the Bills, who you got?
I've got the Bills.
And what about if they play the Chiefs?
Realistically, unfortunately, I have the Chiefs.
So you see the Eagles losing.
I mean, I see 2 great games. I would much rather see the Bills-Eagles because I think that's going to be a little bit more competitive.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I think the Eagles had a great run, but I think that this will be their last win of the season. But who knows?
Yeah, and I think, let's do Bills-Eagles. I think the Bills are going to be able to beat them. I think that could be a really good game, what I was saying earlier. They took on each other last year, and that was a really good game. Probably one of my favorite games. One of my top games I've ever seen. It went 31-31 in overtime. The Eagles won 37-34. That was a great game. getting in the Eagles' downfall. Mariota is in for the Commanders, hands it off. It goes nowhere.
Yeah. To be honest, I mean, out of the 3 teams that are left, excluding the Commanders at this point, it's not official, but they're pretty much out of the playoffs now. Out of the Eagles, Chiefs, and Bills, I mean, it could be really close. I mean, really, all of those teams have a pretty equal shot at winning the Super Bowl. Those are just 3 great teams this season. I mean,
yeah, really, these both.
It's gonna be a great game either way.
It's gonna be, and I think especially with the Bills, the Chiefs. I think it was a great game last time. I don't think it would be as great this time, but you never know. It could be, and I still think, I agree with Brandon on both the Super Bowl matchups. I think the Eagles have an unlikely chance, but if the Chiefs make it, I'll be rooting for the Eagles.
Yes, me too.
Yeah.
But we'll be back in a few minutes. That's the 2-minute warning, I believe, right?
Yep.
2-minute warning. We'll be back shortly.
And we are back, and another upcoming game or event we hope to broadcast. Not sure what the details will be yet or who will be doing it, but the Daytona 500 coming up in a few weeks. So stay tuned to that. A week after the Super Bowl, and NASCAR is back, folks. It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be fun, and one of my, besides football, actually maybe up there right with football, my favorite sport to call. Racing, yeah. But the Eagles are celebrating its 4th and 3.
So the Eagles should be getting the ball back, possibly, if the Commanders do not convert. But that's not going to matter now. This game is over. The Commanders have their backups in. The Eagles have their backups in. And yeah, the Commanders aren't going to get the first down here. So it's going to be Eagles ball. And that's going to end this game.
I know, they could come back. Especially with the Eagles having the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, with the Eagles kneeling down.
Yeah.
3 times.
Raiders could get 32 points.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, never know. But yeah, the Eagles really.
They're just waiting to celebrate now, officially.
But yeah, who do you think? Who do you think's the player of this game?
Ooh, not sure. I mean, I haven't had a look at the defensive stats, so they very well could be someone on the defense. But I think otherwise Saquon Barkley probably.
I'm going to have to say offense for the Eagles, and I'm going to have to say Saquon Barkley, also Jalen Hurts really showed up in the second half. It's going to be either one of those two, but I'm going to give the edge to Saquon. And now out there, Kenny Pickett. They're going to need it. It's official now. Commanders, I would understand why they'd use their 2 remaining timeouts, but
They don't need them.
105 left. Yeah. It would just be for show at this point. As the Philadelphia Eagles, what a season they have had. They're going to move to 17-3 on the season. A 14-3 team. They were pushed back to the number 2 seed after the loss to the Commanders. People were doubting them because of the Lions and the Vikings, but the Eagles are going to remind everyone that they're the real bosses of the NFC, and they it, putting up 55 on the Commanders, 55-23. Who saw that coming? 55 points, and they're going to advance to Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans, and will play the winner of the Bills-Chiefs game in New Orleans in 2 weeks. Celebration for the Eagles as they have won, and they have done it. They have won the George House Trophy. Brandon, what are your final thoughts on this game?
Yeah, I didn't see the score getting this out of hands. My initial prediction was 35-31, a much closer game coming right down to the end, but clearly my halftime prediction was right. Just total domination in the second half by the Eagles.
Yeah, just the fact that the Eagles were able to show up. They did everything they needed to do, especially in the second half, to be able to win, dominate, and that's what they did. And now they're a team probably to be feared by for the Bills or the Chiefs, whoever makes it in the Super Bowl, putting up this performance. And yeah, so the Eagles head back to Super Bowl 59. I want to thank everyone who tuned in tonight. I'm Benny. I'm here with Brandon Nappy, and we'll see you guys next time.
Good night.
Good night. Watch the Soma Sports Broadcast, where we break down the world of sports,
Back, he throws. There's 2 defenders on the tight end.
interview guests. We're here with Coach Packard, who will be interviewing today. Predict upcoming sport games. To win it 26-23, the Chargers win. Debate sports. Who is the best NFL team of all time?
The Cowboys have won 5 Super Bowl titles.
The Patriots, one of the best teams.
Discuss our opinions on the latest in the world of sports. Alex Bowman. I think he could make it far. He's been impressive. And much more.
A fumble. This could be game.
I'm with
Nicky Duffy.
Dean Palzall.
I would definitely say DP, Dean Palzolo. He definitely had a great game.
Just a Hail Mary. Will he get it? Bounces off the Bears defenders. Touchdown.
When I first joined last year, you wanted me long distance, but then you threw it.
And I think by now we've really proved that we are the most dominant team in Section 1.
It's going to be a pick. Picked off by Miguel Iglesias, and he's going back.
Watch our weekly talk show episodes of the Soma Sports Broadcast. You could find them